Alrighty. Oh, hi, Shelby. Happy Thursday. Or Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. How we doing? First. Yeah, we are, gonna try and finish up the Pale Beyond here today. I don't know if, I guess it kind of depends on how much game is left. I don't know how much, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to another game tonight. But we shall see. I am also doing well. Yeah. It's been, you know, pretty normal. Pretty normal lately. Just existing. Mowing the grass. You know. We're in a heat wave right now, that's fun. Yeah, alright, let's hop in. Alrighty. Oh. The music started before the game did. That's weird. Oh, that's because it's Spotify. Alright. Bugs and technical issues can be reported on a Discord. Still, you think? You think they're still patching this thing? Okay. Let's see. Now, what were we doing? I think, I went back and redid the previous week. Just so I could try to avoid losing somebody, to frostbite. So, we shall see how that goes. We are... not doing amazing, but we're doing better than I think the last time. I put him in the... I put him in here yet? I think it's only 2 people that have frostbite. And then we've got 1 guy that's injured. Fine. I will put the 2 frostbitten people in here. The injured guy, I'm not quite sure what to do there. Might be able to hit some people up here like this. There we go. Secured 2 of the freezers. Now we just have an injured person. You can take our demoralized person. Mr. Lefty. Mr. Hammond, in my hands is a write-up I've been working on of the winter intended for our benefactor. Oh, I already read that last time. Alright, who's doing requests? Oh, I think I may have done these. It resets at the beginning of the week. When you reload, so we've already seen these conversations. Tucker's just bored. Yorick wanted to go find a Yeti. I'm not letting him go find the Yeti because I'm pretty sure it's not a real Yeti. Lefty and gnomes. Oh man, today's your birthday, innit? Surprised you still know what day it is. Oh, these old bones grow even older. I can't imagine what surprises you have planned. Actually, I screamily carve a wooden whale for you before we set off. Oh, and where is it? Went down with the ship. Ah, well, it's a thought that counts. Let's see here. Okay, can we afford to go out? That is the question. I could probably afford to send out some scouts, but maybe they'd be better served hunting. Yeah, we might be better off hunting here. Okay, it's not popping in here, there's no reason. There's no reason to. How are we doing food-wise? Okay. Okay, let's feed the hoosh pot. We can throw in some of the elephant seals. I should probably throw some of these guys into the furnace. Okay, fix his freezing. We'll throw one more of these guys into the furnace. Cure a little more freezing. And then have our scientists cook up some medical comforts, and I can use them to cure everyone in the med bay. I think we saw that one too. I think we might have to do this here. We need more sustenance. Oh, it's negative 46. Or it's 47. I was slightly off in my title. Oh well. Okay. I think we're okay there. Dinner time. Alrighty. Oh, Nutley wants to talk again. Does anyone else want to talk? Just Nutley. Alright. As you step out of the tent, you notice Nutley approach. Captain, I've been thinking a great deal over the last while. I want to thank you for speaking with me when you did. I needed that. It certainly made this expedition more difficult than it had any right to be through my previous cowardice. And for that I'm sorry, Captain Shaw. Not a single one of the crew is out of you. We owe you a great debt. I wonder how my father is doing. On the other side of the world, I wonder if he's thinking of me. My mother and my sister, too. There's so much I must return to. Pauses for a moment before presenting you with an envelope. Captain, if I fail to make it back to the world, would you be able to bring this letter to my father? Sure. Thank you, Robin. I will make sure this makes it into his hands. Should I read the letter? Dearest father, if this letter finds its way into your possession, it means I have failed in returning home from the Pale Beyond. However, it does mean that my friend Robin Shaw, along with the rest of the Temperance crew, have been recovered and are safely back on land. Up to the moment of composing this letter, I had done all I can to assist the crew through their trials, and I hoped I was able to help for many weeks after this writing. I never understood why you would lend your name to me, and to be honest, I oft resented it. I was never going to be the man you wanted me to be. I've shown that more than enough. You find it amusing to know my doctorate went down with the ship. I don't suppose you have a copy. Father, I remember you telling me that I cried for 2 straight days once I came into this world. That temperament never quite left me, and yet for our entire journey from land to ice and snowstorm, not a tear was shed. I held nothing in either. I simply did not feel the need. Despite it all, your boy smiled more than he cried. That must count for something, doesn't it? Please take care of Mother and Alana. And remember to feed Hemmings. That old cat has acquired tastes. Oh, and if any of the following names come to you asking for a haircut, please provide it with no charge. Below, Natalie lists full names of the remaining crew bar 1. And if Mr. Richard Templeton comes to you asking for his remaining whiskey cleared, charge double. Apologies for the length of this message. I've had much on my mind. I'm sorry you never saw me become the man you wanted me to be, but I promise you I've never stopped trying. And if it means anything, know that I was at least proud of myself in the end. That I know for sure. With much love, ink is heavy with hesitation before a simple signature of Arthur. Well then. Is the winter over yet, Da? Oh, you're sick of it, eh? I was sick of it when it started. I want to move. Not much longer now, I'm sure. He died? No, he gave me that. He just gave me that letter in case he dies. He's still alive. I've noticed something. And what is that? Looking at some of the older photographs, a few of the dogs have grown quite a bit since we first landed. You've been here for quite some time, yes? It'll be interesting to see the time lapse. Do not expect the rest of us to go taller as well. Ha! But that reminds me, I've never interviewed you yet, and you might just be the most interesting member of the crew. I'm not a member of the crew, there's no need to interview me. Well, how will you know if he dies? I assume I will see his dead body in his tent when we either move or make it to one of the other weeks. I disagree. Is that so? There's too much I'm curious on. What led to the dog handling? Why the accent? Why are you Lady Cordell? You do recall the figure of speech regarding curiosity and the cat, yes? I thought you were more of a dog person. That was a joke. I am aware. I take it then that you're not interested in answering my questions? Not in the slightest. Understood. Well, nobody wants to talk today. That's weird. Usually everyone wants to talk. Alright. Just portion out the rations. That's what I say when my husband doesn't laugh at my jokes. That was a joke? Ooh. And how does that go? I inform him it was a joke. I could reduce rations, but it's gonna make people upset. I really don't have that much more decorum to lose. We'll keep it at normal rates. He also says, I know. Ah, of course, of course. Alright, we'll keep it at normal. Hope nothing bad happens. Okay, everyone's freezing. Yep. Great. Great. Haven't seen any of this game. It's basically like a survival management game. We're in Antarctica, our ship got stuck in the ice, so we're like waiting for rescue, and we're in the middle of winter now, so there's a big blizzard. Okay. Ah, you smell that, Lefty? Can't smell anything. I can. It's the smell of winter clearing up. We'll be out of this bunker before you know it. This calls for a silly. Well, Tucker, never pinged you as so eager to return to work. Do you have no way to get food? Well, we can go out hunting. The only problem is that everyone who goes out hunting is, like, basically out of commission in the next week. So I have to plan around that. they're all freezing because it's, you know, negative 46 degrees Celsius outside. Well, Tucker, never been to you so eager to return to work. Shit. Morn! Winter might finally be clearing up, eh? About time. What, remember when those bloody penguins showed up at camp? Seems an age past now. Certainly come a long way. Hey, don't be getting sentimental. Can't wait to get moving again. I must say, Doctor, something in your walk as of late. You're holding that head high. Oh, thank you. I'm sure you're as eager as the rest of us. Not long now before we'll be able to stretch our legs outside again. On that subject, I was running a few physical examinations in preparation of returning to work. Do you mind? Of course not. This won't take long, I hope. It shouldn't. Okay, let's have our engineers run some, defreezing. Templeton? Nutley? Captain, I was running a standard physical examination on... Well, I'd request that you meet with me in the medical tent this evening. Is there an issue? Why not present it here? The individual involved would rather this be handled privately. Apologies for sounding so cryptic, just later, after dinner. Oh. That's... odd. Must admit, I'm curious what issue the doctor has encountered that requires your summons. Well, I needn't pry. Private matter is a private matter. Cavity in Yorick III. I can feel it! I can see it! The warm light at the end of the tunnel! Good for you. As far as I can tell, it's still dark as shit. It's a metaphorical light. Winter is almost past us. About time. Okay. What are we gonna do food-wise here? Oh, hang on. No. Should throw in the penguins. Put the seals here. We're not doing so great on food stores. You're eating penguins? Well, yeah, it's the only thing to eat out here. That and seals, and the seals are harder to catch. I'm ashamed. Well, what else would we be eating? We're in the middle of Antarctica. It's all penguins. It's nothing else. Fish? I'm not sure we have the ability to drill that far into the ice. Also, most of the fish is going to the dogs anyway. Could hunt some emperor penguins. Oh, here we go. I need these guys. I need them. Actually, I'm gonna med comfort the people in the med bay. Okay. And then we'll send you... Oh. Cook up some medical comforts. Okay. What happens... How to combat freezing. I think we're gonna experiment here. I'm not sure what happens if I send out people that are freezing again. We shall see. Scout here. Ah, it's just penguins. Damn it. Is it good penguins? Okay, it's good penguins at least. I'm gonna go out for the seals, so. I need all the decorum I can get. We'll do some interviewing. Shit, I might have lost this week. I think I misappropriated it this week. It'd be better if I... Yeah, I think it'd be better if I... Oh. Started at the beginning of this day. Since I can't do 50 of any of them, I'm going to reduce the amount I put into one to be able to hit 50 on the other. I think probably food-wise. Engineers. Seems like it's more efficient to have them do it one at a time rather than both together. I'm gonna have my injured person in here. Okay. Alright. So, food-wise... feed the pot just enough to get up to 25. Oop. Click on the pot again. Okay, that'll get both up to 25. I'm gonna lose 10 decorum with the furnace at 25. But I think we can prevent malnourishment. Is that enough? No, it's not enough. Shit. Okay. Is this gonna be enough? Just barely. Okay, we'll save one penguin. Perfect. Crew have their meal. And returns to their post. Okay, runs and runs out. Almost over now. What? I remember when the wind would scare the shit out of you. You'd hide under your blankets and cry until it went away. Don't tell anyone that. Ha, embarrassed. Didn't hear a peep from you all winter. I'm all grown now. You've plenty of growing still ahead, Timmy. But aye, you're getting there. What's with you? You got a keen eye on the medical tent. It's nothing that concerns you. Or you, apparently. Are you bothered you're being shut out of a meeting for once? Ha, you are. You don't care much for secrecy, eh? Coming from you, that's bloody rich. It is, isn't it? Okay, we need to do some scouting. Should I do a different node? Maybe I should do a different node. Where was the... One of these nodes led to a, something or other. One of the big boys, right? Let's go here. Aha! And then we'll do... maybe these guys. Okay, that should hopefully get us enough. And I have one person left that can do an interview to raise our decorum. Just a little bit. Alright. Captain, don't let the code in. Captain Short, what do we owe to visit? Kasha, this is actually a private matter. Do you mind giving us a tent for a moment? Oh, very well. Kasha exits. Sorry, I don't think this is worth getting the crew worried over. What did you find, Natalie? I noticed an arrhythmia in his heart. It's difficult to determine the cause without further examination. But as it stands, my current diagnosis is cardiomyopathy. Years of adventure finally catching up to the old ticker, eh? Well, it could be genetic. Ah, that's just a guess still. Some unusual rhythm, it's no issue. Have you experienced shortness of breath while sitting down? Well... Fatigue? Sudden cough when you lie down? Dizziness? I noticed some swelling in your ankles as well. Who's to say that? Kurt? Please, I'm trying to help. Yes, I've experienced it. What does this mean? Well, it's manageable, but you'll have to take it easy for the rest of the expedition. Bah! No more hauling equipment. Very well. If you're offered a drink by the crew, refuse. Tough, but fair. And, well, it's my belief that Kurt is not fit to lead a lifeboat once we set off. Now, Doctor, that's just not possible. I'm the navigator. You can't honestly expect anyone else to handle that sort of duty. You can at least provide guidance, Kurt. Yes, but leading the boats are a separate matter entirely. I can't foreplan the entire sail. Your health comes first, Kurt. The entire crew's health is at risk if I'm not navigating those boats. Kurt, I won't mince words. You could die. We all could. I don't want to argue with you, Arthur. We won't be getting anywhere doing so. It's up to you, Captain. That's true. Do you think it's worth the risk? No, I don't think you should. Kurt, you're not fit to lead the boat, so I order you to rest. But... I won't argue. I trust your judgment, both of you. Thank you for seeing reason, Kurt. And thank you, Doctor. It was a good catch. Let's not tell the crew about this, will we? I don't need them fussing over it. The man is to his privacy. Yeah, he's still loyal. I respect that. I suppose I should get an early night, then. Anyone free for an interview? One person is free for an interview, and that person is, Runt Da. Okay, everyone is busy, and I'm going to have a whole host of people coming in freezing. Guess that's everyone. No one wants to talk to me for some reason. Alright, let's portion out our rations and such. Uh-oh. You awaken to the sound of distant barking. Seems one of the dogs has been excited by something. You sprint from your tent. You aren't alone in being awoken by the dogs. At the center of the campsite, perhaps crack is beginning to form, followed by more spinning out. Oh, shit. Dogs leap from the kettle, sprinting southward. Wait! Wait! Cordell runs across the cracks in pursuit of her dogs. The ice shifts beneath you. You hear the sound of something falling, then smashing. The lamps. Hells! What the fuck is this? Oh no, the flow is splitting! Quickly, you need to move! Now! No wasting time! Nutley and Kasha rush out to the medical tent. Nutley carries his bag slung over his shoulder while Kasha's hands are filled with notes. What is this? Ice is splitting! That all your work? What I could carry, yes. Not good, your tent's going under. What? No! My equipment! Do not go back that way, either of you, understand? Templeton turns to Kurt. How shall we handle this? Captain, we need to get out of this tent as soon as possible. Everything past that point is going to be swallowed up. You heard the man. Everyone haul what you can. Move! We have to work on the furnace and the lifeboats, hauling as fast as they can. The ice advances. The ice splits further. The tent sinks below. The canopy collapses. Holy shit! I just lost everything. The crew barely make it out from the burning tarp. A few sustained burns and bruises from the frantic escape. Everyone's wounded. We've settled a new camp by the shore. Captain Shaw, personal log. New camp has been formed in the aftermath of the winter split at the close of winter. However, the crew cannot rest at this time after a long journey the shore has been reached. In the coming week, the crew will sail on in the lifeboats in search of proper land. Soon this ice shall be left behind. The crew has reached the shore, but now a great challenge presents itself. The ice beneath our feet will not hold for much longer. It is destined to break apart and tear as it did before. Solid ground must be reached in search of the point of rescue. To that end, the crew must sail out onto the open sea. The crew are as prepared as they'll ever be, and there's only a short window available. There's no predicting the waters. The fate of the crew from this point onwards is out of any one person's hand. The ice split proved to be a truly traumatic experience for the crew. The fact that the crew escaped with all lives intact is nothing short of extraordinary. Many supplies were lost, washed away, and carried off with the ice. One can only hope they no longer prove a necessity in this, the final stretch of the expedition. Oh boy. What happened to all the exploring I was doing? Shit. We're out of food. Hammond? Captain, we got a problem. How urgent? The bloody compasses, they don't work. Excuse me? None of them. They've all been going haywire just after winter cleared. Mr. Hammond, we're due to set off on the water. We cannot wait on the ice a moment longer. You don't think I don't know that? Shit! Calm down, man. We have a clear sight line of land. We don't need the compass. You know how easy it is for the waves to turn us around? What if fog rolls in? Mr. Hammond, do you have any idea what is causing the error? Looks like a case of magnetic interference, but that can't be right, can it? Come further south than anyone in history. This may just be the case closer to the pole. We best just hope for good fortune. Hope? Great! We're sailing on a bloody hope! Captain, we have a few injured from the ice split. I've managed to arrange a small batch of crates to treat anyone. Well done, Doctor. Quite ingenuous of you. Thank you, Mr. Templeton. Unfortunately, won't be able to make any more comforts, but I will treat whoever I can. A word, Captain. Speak your mind, Templeton. The animals. In all my years, I don't believe I've heard of dogs being able to sail the Silver Seas. Have you? No, I can't say I have. One of us is going to have to break the news to the kennel master. Her dogs will not be joining us on the ocean. That's not good. No, they won't. And you understand what must be done? I do indeed. Yes, it's time we inform Cordell. I'll let her know. Templeton, you always give me this terrible jobs. The animals are eagerly trained on the penguin fillet in Cordell's hand. She notices your approach. Captain, I was hoping to speak with you. I will let her continue. I understand you're going to shoot my dogs, aren't you, Captain? I wanted your opinion on the matter first. Is that so? She looks out across the animals. I'm no fool. I just don't want them to suffer. They've been through so much already. The animals continue to scramble over the fillet. His dogs have known me their entire lives. Points to the dog tearing the fillet from its sibling. I used to carry that one around in my pocket as a pup. You have children, Captain? My children are here on the ice. Throws you an odd look. Stanberry joins her side. I don't mean to sound cliche, Captain, but they're all I have. You can't help more animals if you're dead. I'm trying to do what's best for the crew. Your idea of what's best has worked out so well for us so far, hasn't it? So, what's to happen to them? I don't want to kill them outright. Maybe they can survive by themselves. I'll stay here, let nature take its course. They won't last long out here, Shaw. If we perish at sea, I like to think someone made it at least. Your fantasy won't feed them on the ice. We'll have to chase them off lest they try to follow the sailboats into the water. Begin to make her leave. Robin. Yes. I'm ashamed to ask it, but I implore you this one mercy. She ruffles Stanberry. Yeah, I keep one. Just one. You can stay, Stanberry. I'll need my replacement, Captain, after all. Tilts its head at you. Thank you, Captain. I won't forget this. I'm petting Stanberry. Sorry, Stanberry. Word spreads quickly that the dogs will not be joining them for the sail. Many of the crew take this last chance to sit with them while they can. Sorry, guys. Crew have the meal in relative silence. They share what little food we have with the dogs. Crew return to their posts. You can choose who to spend your evening with. Well, it's nice that I didn't eat any of my resources last time, but, is it gonna eat my resources this time? Is there anything I can do for the crew? Well, I need to heal some of these people. Can I even send anyone out? I don't think there's anything I can... Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm harvesting any more resources. I guess we're just going. All right. Well, let's fix up. I don't know. Scout and um, freezing invalid. How many med comforts do we have? No med comforts. Shit, I don't have any med comforts. Those creatures will be left behind come our departure. If they'll attempt to follow us out to sea, I understand Cordell will consider them smarter beasts than that, but I'm not sure. They will die out here. I'm considering our resources, Templeton. I would rather preserve our ammunition. Perhaps. I doubt our Gunner Master will feel the same. Gunner Master has been even more silent than usual after this day's events, understandably so. Perhaps it's best to check in on her. Look at you, lad. You're tough fellows, aren't you? It's going to be rough out there. Maybe you'll get lucky. Hey, maybe some penguins will flock onto this block. Enough to feed them for a year. Yeah, that. You'll be the top beasties on the ice before long. You'll have leopard seals running away in fear, ha! Doesn't seem right letting them go on just to starve. Maybe we should have put them down. Do you have wanted to do that? No, I wouldn't. Alright, back to your master. Remember to run in after us when we leave. You'll get frostnip in your paws. Won't be seeing them when we set off, won't we? I like those much better than most of the crew. They always pulled their weight, at least. I miss the wee beasties. Eat up, all of you. You will need your strength for the times ahead. Really, Cordell? Is this a bad time? This is my final evening with my kennel. I understand. I won't bother you then. It's quite alright. Did you need something of me? No, I wouldn't ask anything of you at a time like this. I just wanted to see how you were faring. Concerned for my health, are you? My thoughts are on the final comforts of these dogs. My dogs. They will not see much comfort in the future. They will starve, they will suffer. It would have been kinder to put them down. I could not bear Stanbury to suffer such pain. Perhaps they'll find food. Perhaps they'll find a way to live out here. For goodness sake, you're not a child. You know they won't. Right. Can I ask you a question? Are the dogs included in that report of yours? Well, yes, I do have them listed by name. I've taken records of their shifts, but that's about it. I don't know much of the pack beyond that. Would you like to? These creatures have lived rich lives. Perhaps that is of less value than the other names in your report. Not at all. They're just a part of crew as the other. As any other, they were. Still, tell me about them. I wish to know more. Well, I suppose I should start with Stanbury, should I not? Stanbury was... Some last-minute checks? Nah. Oh? Not last minute. Last-minute checks come the morning we leave. Oh. It doesn't hurt to be thorough. Anything can change. No chances. You seem concerned. Does it hurt to be? No, not at all. You seem to be doing well. Considering the circumstances, I am. Thank you, Grimly. Hey, get some rest. I don't have any resources. Why is it even making me do this? Alright, progressing. Yep, that's all I can do. Oh. Alright, everyone is freezing now. Wonderful. Oh, no. Ah, sure. Almost ready to set out. How are the boats looking, Grimley? Weathered. If we had any timber left, I could look at fixing them up. But we'll get there in one piece. Said you still need to assign a crew to their stations. Plan carefully, Shaw. Don't know what we'll face out there. Everyone needs to pull their weight. Anything else, Captain? Yeah, you want my hat? Junior, I wanted to give you something before we set out. I think Hunt would have wanted you to have this. Junior looks at the hat, a smile creeps across his face. Hunt always had an awful taste. Thanks, Shaw. Anything else, Captain? I'll see you once we make land. I believe it's time we set sail. This is our only chance to make land. The Stokes brothers are waiting for you by the shore. Do not pretend to be adept at nautical matters. I trust you'll choose your boat captains and allocate the crew wisely. Boy, I got a lot of freezing people. Are you just gonna keep standing there or give us something to burn? Can you have your engineers unfrostbite some of these people? Oh, yes it does. I guess they only do one piece a person. One a pace person. Even bother filling these things? Preparations begin. Templeton, Hammond, Kurt, Cordell, Nutley, and Kasha all aboard the largest lifeboat. Grimley and Junior man the other two vessels. The remaining crew must be decided. All living crew must be allocated to the lifeboat before you can set sail. You have 16 left to assign. Okay, let's put all the sick people on the first one. Vessel, alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and everybody else on the other boat. Aboard the vessel. You're now ready to set sail. You'll not be able to return from this point, are you sure? Aye. Camp is packed up and the lifeboats are prepared for sail. Oh no. I don't want to read that. As you glance back to shore, you notice the dogs sitting on the edge. They paw the water, eyeing the boats and their master. Cordell readies a rifle and fires into the air above them. It is enough to scare them off. Everything is ready, Captain. All that is left is for you to give the order. This isn't going to be easy. Keep alert. We're at the mercy of the ice and the ocean now. It's 2:15. Come back home, the end of lunchtime. For you, the beginning of a countdown. Consider the boats carrying you. The lifeboats seem a mockery of the Temperance. You wonder if they'll ever rest on the decks of its sister. For now, your past and future seem to shrink against the glaring challenges of the ice ahead. The rank and order you're accustomed to will matter little out here. Here is a land of chaos. You must be willing to adapt. Look! The boats lurched forward, bowing side to side, parting the inky waters. Look! You're gaining speed now. Ahead full! Cadence is reached by all rowing, the oars lift in unison. Uncomfortable for most, the crew has arranged equipment as best they can to lift their sitting position to account for the raised edges of the boat. It's not long before Nutley begins a periodic ritual of dry heaving over the side of the boat between his turns rowing. Kasha curls over her camera, paranoid of any moisture that may enter its mechanisms. Ahead! Fog finally clears to reveal the ice around. Boy, oh boy, we're really far out here. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh. Terrifying but profoundly beautiful all at once. Full speed ahead. By evening, you've nearly escaped the ice. The empty ocean is almost visible on the horizon. Boats lurch. The smell is horrendous, so seemingly enticed to a large gathering of snow petrels. They shoot down from the sky at their leisure, scooping up a meal at a time. They're mackerel ice fish, I think. How do you know that? My father used to take me fishing whenever he could. Edmund stops rowing momentarily. Are you sure about that, kid? Had you been puking for the year straight, at least? Doctor goes red and tries to prove he can hold it in. Kasha furrows her brow, readying the camera. What do you think it means? It doesn't mean anything. A cold current, most likely, where the ice meets the ocean. Grimly calls from his boat. It's a bad omen. The living aren't supposed to be out here. Templeton grumbles to himself something about superstition. With the birds overhead, it's not impossible to avoid their droppings. At least it's warmer than snow. One finds its way into the doctor's hair. A fresh gastro purge follows suit. Gross. Kasha looks at you uncomfortable, shielding the camera. What do you think, Captain? Sailors have made a career of defying where people shouldn't be able to go. Grimley's no different. I'm no different. She seems satisfied with this answer, taking a photo across the water. Cordell lifts the fish from the ocean and prevents it to Stanbury. The animal smells it before shying away from the food. She drops it back into the ocean and buries herself in the animal's furs. It's not hungry. After hours of rowing, you finally reach the open ocean. It's impossible to avoid the stingy sprays of the sea as they invade the boats periodically. Everyone is left bailing with whatever they can find. Hats, mugs, even bare hands lifts out the water. The crew begins to curse into the night at each other, and then the event's gone past. It's the only means of protest that doesn't interrupt attempts to remain warm. You guys, let the sailors sling their slurs into the night. Out here, each should be allowed their own reprieve. Nutley looks to see if the person decides it isn't safe. Templeton at least lets out the odd posh paragraph. Full speed ahead. Uh-oh. What's going on with this music? Oh no. Lightning flashes to the west, followed by rapturous thunder, underscoring the sounds of the sea. Hold fast! Your screams are lost in the thunder as a large abrupt wave smashes against the boats. Rogue wave! You just about crest it. A moment passes before the other two lifeboats join you. Every sailor knows a tale of rogue waves, freak anomalies that plague seas such as these. You hear singing started by Junior, and soon infects the rest of the sailor folk, defiant against the storm. The song is about three sisters dancing to seduce a sailor. A second larger wave hits the boats, the same again, just about. It's, the ads are running. I'll be right back.
possibilities of today and measures up to the possibilities of tomorrow. All men are created equal. They're endowed with inalienable rights. Governments are instituted among men to secure these rights, and governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed.
Okay, where were we? Oh, right, in the middle of a violent storm. Right. Sailors change key. Focus on the task at hand. As far as you're concerned, it's now just you, the tiller, and the next wave. All else doesn't matter for now. Your heart pounds into your chest. Oh, no. Third, final, and largest of the waves hits the boat. Lifted near vertical. Brace yourself. The water crashes around you. It feels like forever before your boat finally crests the wave. The tiller buckles in your hand. Your eyes burn from the salt of the sea. All three boats make it across. Oh, thank God. You finally make land. The navigator is the first to step onto solid ground. Turns to the rest of you, sodden. We've made it, ladies and gentlemen. Land at last. Land. You look out across the ocean and consider the journey thus far. What's going on in the request tent? Hammond? Carpenter sent me. Says we ought to get building some sort of marker. Can't say I disagree. We made it farther than anyone else. Something to take pride in. I'll get it on your order. He leaves. It may be in our interest to hold a small encomium, Captain. We've come so far. We should praise ourselves for accomplishing such an impossible task. Boy, everyone looks really rough. We've progressed beyond the last known location of the Viscount. Answers to its disappearance may lie on this isle. Captain, once we are through here, I would recommend you scout the area for any signs of human activity. For safety, of course. Oh, there's stuff to look at. Construct the marker site. Here we honor the crew of the Temperance, ventured beyond the Pale Passage and arrived safely. Robin Shaw, to everybody. You see the engineer tinkering away at some navigational equipment with his usual sour expression. Shit! Places the equipment to the side and lets out a grunt. Damn thing still doesn't work! You think it could be the environment? Hammond gives you a sideways glance. Maybe. Couldn't begin to know. Not like we have any bloody experience for this. Not a bloody soul has come this far south. Who knows what's ahead? Having trouble? Bird approaches, a more noticeable limp on the man, forcing him to use his cane. What do you want? Still trying to get the compasses working again. And that I might. The look on Kurt's face is one of hesitation as his eyes stared round, doing all to avoid the gaze of Hammond. I have something to declare regarding my previous actions. And carry on, Kurt. Well, I believe that in dire circumstances, pride can often take the better of us. Stop stalling. What are you trying to say? I would just like to apologize over our earlier scrape. We got carried away before, and I see it did either of us any good. Yeah, right there. Don't seem to me to hold a grudge, Hammond. I used to all trapped out in this cold. Enough with the abuse. Just spit it out, why don't you? We should be working together. More importantly, I am sorry. From the bottom of my heart, I apologize. Hammond pauses for a moment while looking towards Kurt, and after that moment, he returned to tinkering with his equipment before finally speaking. Accepted. Excuse me, what was that? Apology accepted. And do you wish to apologize to Kurt, Hammond? Aye, sure, I apologize. Apology accepted, Hammond. Hey, sure. Well, I suppose I'll be off. Best of luck with your adjustments, Hammond. No chance of getting them working here. We're relying on you. I'm sure I'm a relic when compared to your machines. I'm relying on you. Ah, I see. Kurt steps away, returning to the camp. Should I be putting food in here? It is fuel for the week. That should be enough. Inspect the cairn. Inside the cairn, you find some letters, some supplies, and a bolt-action rifle. To you who finds this message, here lies the final testament to the Viscount. We made our arrival on the east shore of the island. Before moving on, we established a cabin and marked the landing point. There you'll find enough supplies to support a crew of 20 for a full year. While charting the perimeter of the island, the crew came across a cavern at the mouth of the central mountain. Captain Wellen decided to split the crew in order to chart the location further. His half have elected to enter the cave through the open stream, while we have been sent to mark the western coast on land. I don't trust the captain. His actions of late have been erratic, hazy. He's avoided all questions from myself and the rest of the crew. His behavior has only exacerbated since encountering the cave. Enclosed is an instrument that may be needed in some time. If you find said instrument to be missing from this cairn, you will know the worst has occurred. If you're reading this on our wake, another poor crew sent to this isle, heed my advice. Turn back. There's something truly wrong with this land. It's felt the touch of the three sisters, cursed to swallow poor sailors whole. If you are wise, you will not allow it to happen to you. Turn back. Signed, Bertrand Reynolds, head scout of the Viscount. Well, that's fucking weird. Dinner time, boys. We'll have dinner meal. Safe and fed. We look to you tired and bruised. You consider what words will bolster them. You all make your way to the marker. We do. Nutley approaches you. Captain, we've come a long way, haven't we? You've grown quite a lot of time. In that time, Nutley. Have I? Am I any taller? Before we move on, there's something I have to confess. Something I've carried on my back this whole time. I don't feel right keeping you from you any further, so I allowed Captain Hunt to abandon us. Explain. When the ship was going down, I saw him. I watched as he grabbed his supplies and began to take off onto the ice. He saw me, but he didn't say a word. He knew that I was too spineless to do anything. I couldn't even bring myself to tell anyone. He was right. I was too spineless, until now at least. And now you know. I don't care about the mistakes of your past. Learn from this and move on. Should have known better before, but you're right. I'm sorry, the truth had to come out. Do what you will with this information. I'll accept anything you decide, Captain. Ah, well. Alright then. Captain, we've escaped the ice. We're on land. We are so close now, Shaw. So very close. We all saw that cairn, Captain. Traces of the expedition which came before us. Shaw, I believe we can still find the Viscount. Our mission can continue. Do you really think there's a chance we could find it? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, surely. I know that after all this time, the specifics of our employ may seem inconsequential. But tell me, Captain, do you think the Appertons to pour all of this effort, to put this many lives at risk if they didn't think there was something truly paradigm-shifting at the end of it. We still have a mountain to ascend before making that choice concretely. Ask me again then. Very well. We can discuss this further once we've traversed this mountain. Stops and turns before leaving. One last thing. What happened to your captain's set? I gave it to Junior. He's earned it after that sale. Captain, is something I should be made aware of? What do you mean? Mr. Templeton has been snooping around interrogating me on my report. Seems as we approach rescue, he's taken it upon it himself to approve what lies in my writing. He has taken it upon himself, correct? You didn't set him up to this, right? Templeton is acting of his own accord. Good to know. I'm no stranger to people who want to omit parts of my work. I saw it plenty while covering the riots, but I have no intention of censoring this report. A story not based in the truth is worthless. If I have to leave parts out or fabricate like this, then was it a story worth telling in the first place? You can always gloss it up a bit. You turn your head to see Kurt approaching, apparently having eavesdropped on the conversation. What do you mean? Well, the story can still be plenty honest, but some require a little polish. What about your films? Weren't they the honest accounts of your expeditions? They were. Well, more or less. More or less? I'm sure this film has played up his heroics. No, Captain, there's no need to question my accomplishments. I never faked any of my exploits. And what did you mean by glossing it up? We would sometimes wait for the shot to line up before performing some actions, or recreated some events the film crew missed in the moment, but it was all genuine. Perform... I thought you, of all people, would understand the tricks a camera can pull. Oh, I'm well aware of how others go about it. But I won the Fentler Prize doing it my way, and I'm sure to win it again my way. The facts are the facts, Kurt. If we look bad, so be it. Quite relax. Look at your reputation, Captain. After all the work you put in for us. Why are you suggesting this, Kurt? I just feel we brave so much that we deserve a somewhat flattering write-up, so perhaps some omissions are necessary. Such as what? Many of this crew come from backgrounds best not shared with the public, and more has happened here than should remain on the ice. That private conversation with Nutley? You resigned yourself from the sale. Is that what this is? You want nobody to know about whatever health issues you keep under wraps? It was none of your business, Kasha. I knew better than to pry, and yet you're still forcing the matter. You just want to protect your own image, don't you? What? Well, no, it's nothing of the sort, but I'm no fool. I see exactly what you're trying to do. It's not to make this. We can wait until we're on our way home. No, this is important. I didn't think you'd be so concerned about your image, Kurt. Well, that's your mistake. Mistake? You can't expect me to be the perfect role model you see in the films. I'm only human. I've been married thrice, hobbled once, and been plagued with every vice there is. What I do have is my exploits and my legacy. I would wish you not to take that away from me as well. Kasha looks at you, her usual upbeat visage melted away in disbelief. I can't lie in your behalf, Kurt. You don't understand the power of optics. Every part of your report puts my livelihood at stake. Your livelihood or your image? The cold truth is there's no difference between the two. You, Captain, do you believe this as well? No, you're free to publish as you please. Of course, but surely you could be encouraged. No. No? I'm so disappointed in you. Please, I'm simply saying that sometimes it's better to reframe the reality for a better story. And feed your ego? That's all you care about, right? It's all I have to care about. Pasha's face has shifted yet again now to one of cold cynicism. You're pathetic. Pasha storms back to her tent as Kurt gives you an uncomfortable glance. The man looks shaken by the response and above all appears to be deeply embarrassed. Without a word, he staggers back to the heart of the camp. Oh boy. Maybe you shouldn't have done that, buddy. An encomium crew are called together before you. You tentatively lift yourself onto a crate. Hushed whispers roll through the audience. Kasha readies her ledger and pencil. You once again await your next words. How will you deliver them? With renewed optimism befitting of solid land. The irrefutable evidence of progress can be felt beneath your feet. The crew look to you. We should all be well acquainted by now. To be honest with you, I never expected to be the captain of this expedition. Can breathe a sigh of relief. We may land. I'm only sorry that the lieutenant could not make it with us. Work's not finished yet. We still have mountains to scale. We all saw the cairn from the Viscount across that path at safety. A cabin with enough supplies to last us until rescue. Templeton clears his throat. What is our current priority, Captain? No matter what, we must scale that mountain. We'll know our next course of action from there. Alright, we've got our decorum back. Well said, Captain. Indeed. Well, we don't have much time. Best be moving on. Back to work. Alrighty. Am I ending it? You dream you're back on the Temperance. Wake up shaken. Literally by the engineer. He sends over you bug-eyed for the moment you think you're back on the Temperance. Hammond? Shaw! It's Cordell! What about Cordell? That's food and supplies missing from the stores. I think she's trying to make a run for it. Lead the way. After getting up, the two of you charge out the tent into the snow. On tracks heading up towards the mountain pass. Oh boy. Follow the tracks away from camp. It's half an hour before you finally spot her ascending the dead mountain. Shh, there she is. Approach slowly, follow my lead. Get closer. Cordell picks up on the sound, slowly turning back around to spot you both in her line of sight. She clears her throat. Captain Shaw, Hammond. What do I have this surprise? Don't play coy, we know what you're up to. And you seem to be several steps ahead of myself. And what am I apparently up to? Please, educate me. You know full well why we're here. I can't say I do. There's no reasonable idea what you're trying to tell me. You wish to make paranoid accusations, you should inform me on what those accusations are. Think you can just abandon the crew in the dead of night? It's a matter of can, it's a question of should. And from my position, you've really left me with no alternative. At least tell me why you're trying to leave. Stanbury is expecting. Then you should be doing what's best for the pups. What does it look like I'm doing, Robin? If you leave, you're ensuring their demise. Perhaps, but there's more of a chance out here than with the rest of you. I'm not going to allow Stanbury and I to be part of the expedition any further. You really think the two of you will be better off without the rest of us? I do. These puppies will be my new litter. I'll start over. Certainly not the first time I've had to do that. Snowfall has begun to set on you both. You should have come to me first, Cordell. You both know that wouldn't have worked. And let me convince you now. I'm listening. You might feel that you don't need us, but we need you, both of you. Still listening. We're losing soul. Most of the people on this expedition are half the age of you and I. You've seen Nutley, you've seen Kasha, even without your dogs, we need your experience, your temperament. I can't herd children without my kennel master and her best dog. The lady is silent for a moment. She finally walks over to you. The three of you begin the long trek back to the camp. Stanbury follows patiently. Stanbury has no idea what's going on. Alright, I guess we went for an hour-long walk. Whoa. Kasha, careful! Turn your head to spot Kasha perched precariously over the edge, her camera in hand, lining up another shot from her position. It's a great shot of the horizon, trust me. You got a good shot of falling to your death. Get back over here. The ground is unsafe. You can't trust anything beneath your feet this high up. Kasha doesn't hear their warning, instead lining up the shot and snapping cleanly. There, no issue, and this might just be the banner image for my report. If the civilian is done being foolish, might we move on? Kasha nods and turns back around to join the rest of the crew, only for her to slip on the ice beneath. You lunge forward and pull Kasha forward so she isn't hurtling over the edge, but her initial stumble sends the camera falling up below. That was a close one. My camera! Be careful. Be thankful the camera took the plunge, not yourself, young one. Despite reassurances, Kasha moves back to the edge of the cliff, peering over, searching for her camera. Can't lose it. Everything from the expedition was on there. Wait, I see it. Nonsense. It's a blip on the rocks. You can't see the ground from this distance. No, it's not on the ground. It's snagged on the ice. It's not too far down. I can climb back down and... Not a hope. You want to go back to climbing? If I lose that camera, my entire reason for being on this nightmare goes with it. I'm getting that camera. She turns to you. Captain, we have to do something. It's just a camera, Kasha. You've still got your notes. My notes aren't enough. The world needs those photos to believe this. Aren't they? You'll have the testimony of the rest of us. That story comes from you, not that machine. Kurt steps forward. I'll do it. Have you two gone mad? It's my understanding that was a prerequisite for attending this expedition. Let's go, Kasha. Kurt fixes the rope to Kasha, locking her in tight with climbing gear. Leave the climbing to me. As a civilian, your safety is top priority. I would suggest rethinking this plan of action. We cannot afford to lose our navigator. It's because I'm the navigator that I'm going down. If I can't save that camera, no one can. That would be the preferable option. Kurt pays no heed to the protest of Templeton, continuing to climb down with Kasha in tow. Thank you. Don't thank me until the job is well done. Bad luck otherwise. They're risking their lives for a bloody picture box. You should stop this show. Get back here this instant. That's an order. I'm not crew and you're not my editor. You can't order me around. Kurt and Kasha begin to slide down the wall of the cliff at a steady pace, Kasha keeping her eyes on the camera at all times. Easy now, easy now. You can do this, Kurt. Reassuring yourself isn't very reassuring to me, you know. Okay, I think I can get it from here. Think? Both of you, please don't make any rash movements. She collects the camera, and there we go! Now get back up here! Now get back up here, you madman! Drop well down, so much for bad luck. Yes, now let's climb back up. It begins to adjust the lines on his climbing gear, prepared to lead Kasha up, but the extra weight from the camera causes the rock beneath Kurt's feet to crumble, and the former film star goes hurtling back. Great. He snaps to a standstill, the line between himself and Kasha still intact, but the weight of the big man's fall pulls Kasha back from the face of the cliff. Blast! Kasha, are you alright? I can't see the cliff. What's happening? This blasted line won't hold with me. Pull us up! The rest of the crew hang back, lest any added weight at the cliff's edge may cause an even more dire incident. As you look down, you see the pair flailing, helpless. Kasha spots you. Captain! Is this salvageable? If I let them pull, hang on. Can we preserve them? I'm not cutting the rope. Alright, we'll try and rescue them both. Made it this far without anyone dying, we'll keep going. Crew scrambles to start pulling the rope up. No doubt the dangling weight of Kurt is also putting strain on the back end of the rope as it's tied to a jagged rock at the peak. You notice the rope beginning to fray at the edge, so does Kurt. The navigator pulls out his knife. Kasha! She looks down at the man as he shouts. I always promised myself I'd lose a few bastarding pounds. It's late for that, I suppose. Take a photo. What? Take a photo of me for prosperity. Once in a lifetime shot. No! Do it. Don't you dare, Kurt! He isn't listening. I'll cut this rope before I let you cut yours. Fuck you, Captain! You can pull her up, Kurt. You can do this. You see a twinkle in the man's eye. You really believe that, Captain? Don't leave me up here with Templeton, you guys. I'm not gonna say that. Templeton will be furious with me. Stop wasting time and get to it! He puts a knife in his teeth. He starts to swing his admittedly impressive weight. As he reaches the mountainside, he takes the knife and cuts its line, before gripping the side of the mountain and returning the knife to his mouth. He begins to climb. Kurt? The navigator responds to the meadow in his teeth. They faked this stunt in my third film, but it's worth a shot now. Kasha silently prepares the camera for a photo. She daren't use the flash. The man climbs until he's beside Kasha. He takes the camera from her and continues gripping the mountain. Pull the rope! Heave to! Crew begin to pull the rope. Keep going! Kurt, Kasha, and the camera are all pulled the same. Okay, good. I was a little worried. I wonder if I'd let him navigate, if that would have been possible. As they reached the peak, Kurt burst into relieved laughter. Don't laugh? That was terrifying! You made it out alright, I think. Still, that was, well, just like the movies. Yes, it was quite daring. Might we move on? I'm glad you both made it out. I was so worried. I don't believe the show business thing would actually be daring. I barely believe it myself. It happened, and believe me, this will be a full page in my report. I don't require the credit. Stop the faux humble, Kurt. You're allowed to be proud right now. You're a real hero. It was only necessary because he wouldn't let go of the damn camera. Alright, let's keep going. Crew finally crossed the mountaintop. Grabbing everyone's attention is a cave in the rock wall. Cave. Good spot, some shelter from the winds. Still, what lies inside? It may prove a danger. The crew get to work setting up camp at the peak of the mountain. Camp is set up. Okay. We find Kasha carefully inspecting her camera. Still works. Would have been a shame to lose it this far in. You should be grateful nothing more important was lost. As Kurt approaches, Kasha lets out a small chuckle. Yes, I suppose I should have my priorities in order. Well done, Kurt. That was almost a disaster. Please, let's not heap praise, Captain. It was all instinct. There is something I should say. Past comments I made. Forgiven. Well, allow me to apologize first. Oh, I understand now. You can't convince me to lie in my report. I'll tell the entire truth. I understand. The truth is that Kurt Darling is a true hero. You needn't say that. I've caused my fair share of trouble on this expedition. Yes, and I don't intend to hide that from anyone. But your heroism is more important to share. What did you tell me about inspiring others? Thank you. I hope another young Kasha Belford reads my report. Let's hope they grow to be less reckless than you. Ha! I hope the opposite. Chasing glory has been my vice for too long. Whatever you write about me, it has my blessing. There, I can expect honesty. Thank you, friend. And thank you. We got requests? Templeton? Captain, it is time. We are at a crossroads and a decision needs to be made. We both read the cairn. We know the location of the Viscount lies in this cave. We are this close. Our mission then lies in wait. And what if pursuing it causes us to miss our rescue? We can always send another ship. The Apatons won't stop at one. If what we read is correct, the shore cabin should hold enough rations to last us a full year. We can afford the risk of missing a single rescue ship, and I think it's worth it. Should secure that cairn first before returning. Right, of course. This mountain is perilous, Captain. Can we survive the second trek? Should inform the crew of our movement as soon as you leave this tent. I know you will make the right call, Captain. Yeah, boy. What is going on here? Past the tent, I'm not quick to notice what's going on. Whoa! Smooching! Kasha, the intrepid photographer, is standing close to the doctor, their faces pressed close together. She saluted to your footsteps and opened her eyes. Eyes which quickly widened as you spotted. Quickly, she and Nutley pull away from each other, their heads nervously swiveling around the tent, Nutley letting out a punctuated cough. Captain, you could have cleared your throat or something. We were just, sticking together for warmth. A clever decision. Yeah, it's quite clever. Very, very clever of us to be doing that. That was definitely what we were... I think our good captain was charging us. That or Shaw is quite dense, and that would be a greater issue for us. And just when did this start? About 10 minutes ago. That's not quite true. Officially about 10 minutes ago. Unofficially, well, my interest in the doctor first formed when we were back on the ship. Remember you coming to me immediately to run an interview, which you avoided. You came at me with so much energy and so many questions, I was intimidated. It was like a meek mouse or a nervous puppy. It was charming. I've never heard it described as charming before. Congratulations, both of you. Oh, thank you, Captain. We should be thanking you, Shaw. Placing us together in one tent for a year certainly fostered conversation. I never considered myself a matchmaker. He spoke at length at first about his unexpectedly vast knowledge of ice fishing. and ending with casual conversation about our favorite newspaper strips. Well, it wasn't entirely casual. What do you mean? Aha! I knew you didn't notice it. Notice what? Kasha clears her throat before putting on an affected voice, dramatically quoting her past statements. Wait, Doctor, I think it would be a great subject for my next report. I'm sure you won't mind a write-up on your interesting life. A handsome young medical prodigy, you must have a bevy of suitors. Doctor, there's this excellent seafood restaurant in the capital. We should absolutely eat there when we return to land. I used we, for goodness sake. I was beginning to think you were oblivious to all flirtation. I recognize some of it. I was just too nervous at the time to respond. It was true, I did think you were just passionate about seafood. I expect nothing less from you, Nutley. I don't know whether to take that as an insult or a compliment. We couldn't help ourselves. Honestly, I deeply admired her passion for her craft, her headstrong way of thinking, how she was focused on her future, everything I wanted in myself. I admired his courage when up against his fears in the worst possible situations. That's the kind of thing they make films about. Just as I thought we were winding down, I told her I wanted to see her again after we'd returned to civilization. Suffice it to say, I was surprised that she would just blurt it out. I surprised myself. Before that, I had long since stopped considering that we'd make it back. Of course, that led to a new conversation all through the morning. And before we do it, we were having a romantic embrace at the south of the world. That is until you walked in, Captain. Yes, it was rather inopportune of you. Pasha pauses for a moment. You don't take issue with this, do you, Captain? So, will you be holding the wedding? Excuse me? Ha! Good one, Captain. And presuming all goes well, of course, not for another year or so. Or 5. Now, Doctor, you know me. I like to live fast. 5 years is fast. I think I could whittle you down. I'm joking, of course. It's far too soon to speak on that. Well, forbidden or not, we're at the end of our journey here, I hope. Matters of the crew are in the past. You sail home with Kasha. Well, it's something to look forward to. Quite a while since we had that. Agreed. I wish you both happiness. It's what you deserve. Thank you, Captain. Now, if you'll excuse us... Oh, dear. Alright. You, I wish to speak with you on a matter. What matter? Concerning your report. Put simply, I have a story for you to include regarding who I am. You're a kennel master. That is true, but not the whole truth. Well, this is sudden. I have been curious about your past. I have no doubt you were. Cordell turns to Kasha as the reporter quickly scrambles to gather her notepad and pen. Now, I am certain you've heard them call me Lady Cordell. Yes, frequently. I asked around, and apparently it was a moniker granted to you due to how you spoke. Well, those who doubt me with that name have no idea the irony in doing so. Truth is, I am a noble. Or rather, I was. What? I suspected you might have had an upper-class background. Your suspicions have not done you wrong, Shaw. I was born and raised within the nobility. I don't mean to call you a liar, but that's just a big claim. Ingrid Cordelia Weston. What? You keep your ear to the ground often. I'm sure you've heard of her. Yes, actually, she's a distant relative of the monarchy. I received as an MP for a brief period. Went missing unexpectedly. Well, I am Ingrid Cordelia Weston. Not just nobility, we're speaking of royalty. You notice a furrowed brow of annoyance on the face of Cordelia. Or rather, Ingrid. Distant relative of royalty. The would-be monarch is a cousin of mine. Yes, that is reason for my past position. I have all the proof I need to show you. No need, I believe you. You do? It's certainly being odd thing to lie about. I assume you are aware of the political system, Kasha? To no end. Researching it was possibly the most dull and harrowing part of my last report. And yourself, Captain? I'm quite confident in my knowledge, I see. Well, as a distant cousin of said monarch, I was placed in one of those parliamentary seats. As you can imagine, I had no interest in being an MP. My aversion towards human interaction was no different in my youth. From the age I received my first dog as a gift in my childhood, I much preferred their company. Surely it was once a time when you weren't such a recluse. Well, you've encountered and interviewed many of the nobility in your time, correct? Correct. Would you choose to spend your time amongst those people? Fair point. So, this whole time we've been traveling with a runaway MP? Yes, I suppose it does sound quite unusual. Unusual? It's fantastical. Will Hammond reveal himself as an actual mole next? Well, perhaps there's merit in asking him. But why did you leave? The reasons for that are quite simple. I refuse to live that life any longer. In that world, in my position, certain things were expected of me. Act with decorum, attend every social event, keep your real self hidden until you're considered suitable to be shipped off into a political marriage. A grim reality, one I wanted no part of. My choice was clear, and I didn't hesitate on my thought for a moment. I left home in the dead of night, taking only 2 things with me. My certificate of birth for reasons more practical than sentimental, and my dog for reasons more sentimental than practical. I started a breeding kennel in the capital, earned the moniker of Lady Cordell among the common folk, and from then I was free to feel the ground beneath my feet. I see. Though trapped in a restricted role in society, you broke free of the chains, yearning to be independent. I suppose, yes. Just like a wild pack of dogs, able to roam free. Please do not include a surface-level poetic interpretation of my actions. Poetics are my calling, but okay. Have you ever considered returning to the nobility? Not even slightly. That life is simply not for me. Thank you for sharing, Cordell, but why have you shared this with me? Why now? My report, it will expose your identity to everyone. Why would you allow that? Because I trust you to tell my story, and I no longer have anything to hide. Thank you. Promise I won't let you down. I'll tell the whole truth of your tale. I know you will, assuming you leave out that tripe about wild dogs. And yourself, Captain? Speaking of dogs, how is Stanbury? Growing well, still pregnant. What? Stanbury is pregnant? Yes, quite fortunate for me after what happened to my kennel. I'm sure Cordell will bestow each of us with a puppy to commemorate our journey. Another amusing jape, Captain. I most certainly will not be allowing any of you close to my dogs when this is through. I intend on replacing the kennel I lost piece by piece. Stanbury will birth a new generation of sled dogs. So you'll be continuing your line of work? Yes, I'd much sooner begin again as a kennel master than return to nobility. Agreed. So, that's your entire story? More or less, yes. I'm sure Captain Shaw has no objections to this tale. What say you, Captain? I think I will call you Ingrid from now on. I think you won't. I suggest you don't. Ingrid Cordelia Weston is quite the name. Regardless, my name is Cordell. I suggest you refer to me as such. I will, even if the captain doesn't. Thank you, friend. Do not mistake this for closeness. I simply trust your credentials enough to consider you a professional. But you're welcome, friend. I couldn't resist. She must be, like, really pissed. No, not really pissed, just slightly pissed. What'll it be, Shaw? Status report. Well, the good news is we're not likely to start tonight, at least. Can't be surprised by anything at this point. One thing, haven't noticed much wildlife on this island. We're not further than anyone else has gone. Looks like even the birds and the seals don't want to be here. Think there might be something in the cave. Be a pleasant surprise for Mountain Cave at a fresh haul of penguins and seals. But I doubt it. Be able to sort something out. Thanks for the update. Thank you for listening, Captain. Did you just call me Captain? Did I? Oh, well, you are Captain, aren't you? I suppose I am. Suppose? Shaw knows. It's a title you earn. Can't say you haven't, Shaw. Would that be all? I was wondering if you two would like to work with me again after this. Permanent crew? I don't know, Captain. Your expeditions so far are marred with disaster. But if we end up triumphing in the face of it all, we'll consider it. Take care, Captain. Hammond and Curtin are huddled around the boiler, deep in conversation. Even as you approach, their heads perk up, noticing you. Captain, didn't you see you there? Apologies, Captain. Seems we're both caught up in our work. My work? You're just watching me, Kurt. But you did manage to pick out the materials. We're just replacing the spyglass I cracked on the mountain. May not be of any use in this cave, but you never know when we might need it next. Aye, once again my boiler comes in handy. What do you make of this cave, Kurt? It's an odd one, no doubt. And lots of questions we shouldn't be answering. Our priority should be to get to shore, not to go spelunking. Coming for you? Isn't that the point of your shite films? Oh, so you've seen my films? Just the one. And what did you think? Pure bollocks. I should have figured. I haven't seen enough to judge. You've never seen my films. And I hope you would amend that once we return to civilization. I just can't get over all the inaccuracies in them. What inaccuracies? Take me for a fool, Kurt. I know a stage shot when I see one. Well, they did certainly clean up a lot in the edit. I don't get it. Oh, don't you understand, chum? You're a proper bloody navigator, Kurt, and a damn hero. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. Thank you. So why do you star in all those phony films? I wouldn't call them phony. And, well, they may not be the picture of accuracy, but they have a power to inspire people, more so than any true story could. Maybe I should watch them then. I come highly recommended. Why, who? You? Who else? A bit biased, aren't you? Well, I can't deny that. Take it from me, Captain. Don't waste your time on them. I wouldn't say that. As much I wouldn't say that you would, Hammond. In fact, it's clear that if there's one thing I'm in need of, it's someone who can keep me grounded. Get to it, Kurt. What do you want to say? I was wondering, would you consider... Spit it out, would you? Alright, would you consider joining me after this? On further expeditions? As an engineer? Yes, but also as a level head. I need someone like you. Think about it, Kurt. Perhaps I could join you both. Asking for a job, Captain? The 3 of us on the same crew again? That's bound to go horribly wrong. Perhaps, but I think our ingenuity will help us pull through. Yeah, anyway, here you are, all finished. Incredible. Great work, Hammond. No problem, Kurt. Kahurungi. What? My real name. My Kurt's just for the media. Kahurungi Tuhuro. Alright. Kahurungi. See you around, friend. You too. You find the crew's science officer overlooking several petri dishes containing various materials picked from the walls of the caves. Curiouser and curiouser. What's curious? Captain, observe the materials we've uncovered just in the entrance of this cave. Copper, tungsten, antimony. These are deposits more likely found in lakes, not a hole in a cave. That's a mountaintop cave in the polar region. Nothing about it seems natural. Could this be why the Apatons are looking for this area? Perhaps. Captain, may I ask you a question? Go ahead. I assume you must enjoy my questions at this stage. You keep hearing them. Well, regardless, we've been working together for quite some time now, and in that time I've been able to evaluate you. After assessing your abilities and your decision-making, I can safely conclude that you are more than capable in your role as captain. As such, I would like to offer you a job. You wish to work with me again, Templeton? My wishes are irrelevant. You are more than qualified for the role. I can easily recommend you to the company head. It's time I told you the truth of who we're working for. I have a feeling I won't like this. I believe you will find this information most valuable. Templeton reveals the rations. What, am I working for the model? Yes, actually. Her name is Minerva Appleton. She is the president of the Appleton Tinning Company. But why would she fund this expedition? Same reason anyone would. Tin food is perhaps the lowest priority with the company in today's age, as you can likely tell with shoddy work on our rations. Instead, Lady Apperton is focused on turning her company into the only option in commerce. That's why she sought after the expedition of the Viscount. She's interested in what the Viscount found in the ice. And just what did they find? No doubt there are several details Minerva has kept hidden from even myself, but I will tell you what I can. The original expedition of the Viscount was carried out by the government, a race to find the southernmost point of the world, charted it out in the name of glory and of science. The name and glory of science. So on arrival, it appears they discovered the same strange environments as we have, and so they chose to investigate instead of heading back. And contrary to legend and hearsay, it wasn't the cold and starvation that drove the crew mad. It's what they found here that took their minds. And just what did they find? That part remains a mystery, but what we do know, there was a witness, a survivor washed ashore, half mad, their tongue cut out. They lived only long enough to give us a hint at what we are looking for. It's unknown what exactly lies in wait for us should we find the Viscount, but from what we know, the crew of that vessel found something world-changing. This is no mere treasure. What they found was unnatural in nature. Paradox existing at the most southern point of the world. And whoever can retrieve it, bring it back to civilization, will shape the path of human advancement for the next century. Hearing that, I believe I'm being underpaid for a mission of this magnitude. Yes, I can assure you a greater rate of pay should we be able to recover the secrets of the Viscount. Cannot forgive being kept in the dark like this. I was hoping you would understand my perspective, but it seems your thoughts are clouded. Now I've told you all that I know. Please leave me into my research. Oh, Captain, you never officially responded to my offer. Do you wish to work with the Appleton Tinning Company after this? I will take it under consideration. See that you do, Captain. Well then, There's something odd going on in this cave. Shall we investigate? Compasses are pointing directly towards the cave. Well, let's go investigate. The dark cave network reveals itself into an opening. Oh, what the hell? Oh. There it stands before you. The Viscount, where it was left by its former crew, but not as it was left. The ship stands quite different indeed. The snow filtering into the grotto seems almost frozen in time. The weather itself remains fixed in awe of this impossibility running from the great lost ship. Keep staring but for a moment longer. You can barely believe your eyes. This certainly isn't a dream. You make out the letters spelling Viscount in the hull of the vessel. After 5 years. No, 6. After the most roundabout road possible, you finally found it. You're uncharacteristically at a loss for words. You continue to stand in awe of the ship. Neither of you can come to words, staring at the frame of the ship before you. My word, this is... Kasha appears to be lost for words. She slowly raises her camera up and snaps a photograph of the ship. My goodness, will you look at this? All my years, never have I seen something this remarkable, beautiful, amazing. Sure is something. The impossible lies before our very eyes, a reward for those who brave the land of no return. Sure, could it all have been worth it? To find this at the end of our road? My goodness. Sure, despite the vegetation, the Viscount looks to be intact. I shouldn't hazard to get my hopes up, but... Remarkable. Truly remarkable. Captain, we must study this at once. I was concerned, sure. I was worried we may not find anything at the end, but this is more than I could have possibly imagined. How could something like this exist out here? It's just not possible, is it? Leave your eyes, Doctor. Wow, grimly, it looks familiar, doesn't it? Aye, tree in the snow. The fruit of the three sisters, right? That old tale would keep me up at night. Careful, Shaw, there's many sailor songs about this, none of them good. Awfully superstitious, don't you think? Any good sailor would be. Besides, we're looking at it right now, aren't we? What the fuck? Am I seeing things here? You're not. You gotta be fucking joking. I know. This tree. The tree? I don't give a shit about some bloody tree. What? Then what are... The Viscount, look at it. It's seaworthy. You know that from a look. I know every inch of it. It's just like its twin. We can sail this. Captain, this truly is a discovery for the ages. We need a moment to collect our thoughts. Under no circumstances is anyone to touch that boat. For all we know, that plant could be poisonous. We need to practice extreme caution. Well, you're the botanist, aren't you? Take a look at it. Arf, arf. Stand where, please. I'm no expert on plants, but something about that thing unnerves me. Don't trust it for a second. We should focus on setting up camp before we do anything rash. Indeed. Well, we should not lose focus. The crew get to work setting up a makeshift camp on the side of the ship in the grotto. It's locked. Piano. An organ. It's weird. This ship seems to go lower than... Engine of the Viscount, a classic retrofitted steam train model twisted among the roots of the tree. And a corpse, an old skeleton in what appears to be a captain's uniform. The bones have fused to the roots around it. They've clearly been here for quite some time. Inside the coat you find a ship's key. Captain's cabin. Oh, you enter to find a ghost sitting before you. Littered around the room are countless familiar scrawlings. Is that our captain? Crew wanted. Able-bodied crew wanted for dangerous expedition. That looks familiar. She must not have it. Always stuck in the ice. What does that mean? Crowley, Jr., Cordell, Hammond, Templeton, Kurt. I can't read what that says. Arthur. Shaw? Kurt. You wouldn't happen to have a light, would you? You have a lot to answer for, Hunt. I'm sure you have infinite questions. Looks up at your head. I don't suppose you saw my hat on your way over here. Junior has it. He's earned it. Very good. I never liked that hat anyway. A bit aggrandizing, don't you think? How's my ship? Right where you left it, give or take a few leagues beneath the ice. The seas through the spirits. I hope she put up a fight. Was it sprung the color of my ship anyway? Which reminds me, Templeton told you about Minerva, no doubt. What exactly do you know about Minerva, Apperton? Minerva's story is a rather tragic one. Are you sure you want to hear it? Yes. Beautiful beyond reproach. You'd swear you never met someone so idyllic. Anyway, the young starlet originally found herself at the helm of an illustrious stage career. Following that came business offers, modeling, advertisements, and of course, love. Well, doomed love. She was widowed, you see, but not before winning the heart and hand of the son of a little tin foods company. Where is she now? I haven't seen her in years. Templeton seems to carry out her dealings. She's very protective of her identity. Might have taken Minerva the rest of her life, but... well, let's just say the Appertons have their hands in a lot more than tins of peaches these days. Why the secrecy, then? The Viscount expedition was a government affair. Deduction would say that Minerva would like to keep whatever she finds for herself. Get ahead of the game, as it were. When we first met, you mentioned the Viscount was a research vessel. What was it researching? I have some questions of my own I need answered first, Robin. Now I want to know. Which Shaw is speaking to me right now? What do you mean? How are the Stoke brothers faring? Alive and well, no thanks to you. That is good to hear. You made land after the sail, I assume. How is everybody else? How did you fare on the ice? Kennelmaster attempted to leave the expedition once we made land. Talked her out of it. Not easy to do. You must have made a convincing argument. Caution dropped her camera. You should have given Kurt more credit. Man's a hero, said both. Give me the camera. Oh, you should commend the man. No one believes this without. Doctor's with us? Oh, that was pleasant to hear. He was the only crew member I was unsure of. I didn't want to upset his father by getting the poor boy killed. Not that any of that matters now. I'm sure you'll be thrilled to learn Mr. Templeton is fine. I expected as much. Has he given you much grief? He's been quite a valuable ally, is that so? Maybe I should work on my interview technique. Now, I have questions of my own. Of course. If you're wondering what led me here, you might just be able to tell. It isn't a particularly hopeful answer. I failed my men. Be specific. There was a forest, as I'm sure you quickly figured out. Smurf, Corvid, Joe, and myself grabbed what we could and headed off with one of the larger lifeboats. Why did you abandon us in the first place, Hunt? I left for the good of the crew. And taking our supplies, was that also for the good of the crew? You'll understand soon, Shaw. Our flight was in the name of finding ourselves here, all of us. Smurf was the first to go. They knew what they were doing. They made their choices, and now they've passed. Be more specific, Hunt. I need details. He looks wistfully at the table. Just enough to see occurred. Enough vagaries, Hunt. Speak more direct. It was Corvid's idea. There was protest, but after we learned the tins were poisoned with lead, we had no choice. You did what you had to, but it should have never come to that in the first place. The other two argued over partaking. Smurf refused, instead objecting himself to further tins. He didn't last long after that. He turned sour about the fourth day and attacked us, and froze himself. Corvid and I made it to the mountain, and then she made the impossible choice. She offered herself to the mission. Cannibalism? Is that what happened? Jeez. Can't get the taste out of my mouth, Shaw, no matter what I do. I think I'm going to be sick. Don't understand, Shaw. Every time this happens, my road always leads here, no matter what. Always leads to this. Seen that tree outside, haven't you? What is this hunt? This is what the Apatons have been after. Here for this. All roads lead here, Shaw. All roads? All roads. I've eaten up this fruit countless times, and yet I'm still here. We've heard this conversation countless times. A different me, a different you, but the same. We keep coming back here. You'll regret your choices, Shaw. I remember you told me the sign of a good leader is willpower. Do you still stand by that? I do. That's commendable, Robin. The worst thing any one of us can do, Robin, is become the consequence of someone else's plan. Maybe you've been the best, Shaw. You can be. Maybe not, but you still can be. Gestures toward the fruit. This you can go back. Change the path to me. Speak like you've been in this cave for years. I haven't, and I have. Every time I've eaten this fruit, every past loop comes freshly back to my mind, and then I send my mind back once more. You do the same, Robin. You can go back again. You won't really remember, but part of you will want to try something else. Some things will stay the same. We always get stuck. The temperance is always lost. You can save lives, save rations, perfect your leadership. You eat the fruit, that is. Open up that eye of yours. What do you say, Robin? Do I need to? I don't trust it. My path is settled, Hunt. Well, at least this means you're proud in your choices. We should head out, Robin. You have people waiting, I understand. It's been an age since I've seen my crew. Oh, but before we do, that tree out there, do you plan on taking it back to the Apatons? I don't know. I need the crew's input, of course. Me, on the other hand, I'm still making my mind up. Are you ready for the big reveal? What should we say? Perhaps you should wait behind. You could shock the crew to death if you come out right away. But I won't be doing that, sure. I've waited long enough already. I'm eager to see the look on Templeton's face. Okay. Two of you pace towards the rest. Templeton is first to notice you. As predicted, the look on his face is a unique concoction of shock, anger, and mortification. Templeton, I appear to have found your lost captain. And the head's rapidly turning your direction. Certainly have a lot to clear up before we continue. Alright, that's a bloody understatement. Bloody hell, it's actually him. Walking corpse. The others begin to mutter frantically. Hunt, you're still alive. Ah, the doctor made it. Good, I need you to fix up my teeth. Excuse me? He survived this entire time? I'm gonna struggle to convince people my report is true at this rate. This is, quite a shock. Hunt whispers here. Yeah, I knew the look on his face would be worth it. But, perhaps you would like to clarify our situation? I'd like to know what happened myself. Oh, just that Grimly? It's good to see you again. Where are the rest, Hunt? The rest. Smurf, Corvid, Joe. Where are they? They didn't make it. All these years, and just like that, they're gone. They at least received good deaths. As fast as they could, Grimly. It's BRB time again. I'll be right back.
possibilities of today and measures up to the possibilities of tomorrow. All men are created equal. They're endowed with inalienable rights. Governments are instituted among men to secure these rights, and governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed.
Alrighty. Now's not the time as well, and those gone. Okay, just making sure. Captain. Yes? Oh, Captain Shaw. How in the world did you find this man? Hunt has been moving ahead of us for this entire expedition. I found him in the captain's cabin. Has he enlightened you as to why he left? You said the bastard was missing. Why the hell did he leave then? Hammond's right. Why'd you leave, Hunt? We deserve an answer. Hunt? He didn't tell me. Captain, I think it's time we open the floor to the rest of the crew. Something tells me many of them have words to share. Junior takes a run at the captain before being held back by his brother. You left us! Why? I didn't plan on going home. None of us were going to come back. Rufus, you at least had a chance. No, I did not. Gods, I know I didn't. Could have told us. Thought you trusted us. Why didn't you tell them, Hunt? They served you for years. It was more complicated than that. I do trust them. I do, but you're both young. I had to take the oldest, my top men. There's no room for the carpenter and the cook was there. I didn't want either of you dying on my behalf. No, you pick and choose who'll die for you. Nothing left to ask, Captain. Hunt, why did you bring me aboard this expedition? Excuse me? Doctor, this is hardly the time to work out your insecurities. The floor is open, Templeton. Quite so. Hunt, I have been asking myself that question since you left, since I saw you leave. You... Pardon, you what? You saw Hunt leave, and you didn't stop him? He couldn't stop Hunt and this man. What does it matter if you saw him? In the past now, we won't hold it against you. I know, but I still need to know. I remember that. You looked like a frightened deer when you saw me ready to go. Is that why you brought me on board? That I couldn't stop you? Because I was young, naive, easily manipulated? It is, isn't it? Hunt tilts his head in confusion. Else no. Oh? No, it was a favor to your father. He's my barber. That's it? That's the entire reason? He's very good. Asked me to toughen his boy up a bit. Seems like it's done the trick. Arthur did that himself. To be honest, I was worried from the beginning that my father was involved, and yet For all that's happened, I'm actually relieved the real reason is so benign. This entire time, it didn't matter. I put more thought into why I was here than Hunt ever did. The doctor has no choice but to laugh at the absurdity of it all. We're getting away from the point of the hand. At hand. Anyone else apparently requires psychological evaluation? Hammond. Enough bloody games! You should have gone down with the ship. That's tradition, you coward. Tradition would want us all dead. I best not to follow that now, I think. Hammond, get back in line. Control yourself. He left us to die, bastard! Indeed, to pick and choose when tradition matters. It's shameful, no? Don't even try to defend him. Anything else you would like to add, Captain Shaw? Clear your throat. About our benefactor. The name is Minerva Apperton. She owns a tin food company. Tin food? As in the Peaches? I spent an age attempting to uncover information on the mysterious benefactor. You mean to tell me that we were eating from their tins this entire time? Curious, why would the tinning company invest in such a mission? Ridiculous. It seems our captain is suffering from some kind of delirium. Tinning company? Absurd. Hunt told me when I met him. Yes, it's true. Is that so? Well, I'm certain there's no questioning of the testimony of a lunatic deserter. Rufus Hunt lets out a belly-aching laugh in response. For all your sakes, I would hope you wouldn't believe such tripe. That goes for you too, Captain. Ah, tripe. You have a talent for deflection, Templeton. Doesn't change the truth. Now, Captain, perhaps you have something more tangible to tell the crew. Yes, the crew are still watching and waiting. Anyone else has any qualms to settle? We should move on. Cannot wait around here forever, Captain. This ship, this tree, what is our next course of action? Isn't it about time you told them about the tree? Hunt, what do you know of this? I'm sure you're very interested in knowing, Richard. Anyone would be. This is what your employer seeks, the fruit of this tree. It changes everything. It'll change the world. The fruit? Yes. I've tasted the fruit countless times, and I've seen countless paths at this moment. My word. He's truly gone insane. I'm surprised that the man that's lost his mind. Isolation out here could happen to anyone. Say no, no, the tree is unnatural. There's something wrong with it. That much we can agree with. It's fascinating. Listen to me. To hell's with Appertons. They can't be allowed to have this. Nobody should. What are you suggesting? It needs to be destroyed. Burned to the ground. What? Hunt, this is quite possibly the most important discovery of our age. It needs to be studied. Barring that, you were hired by the Appertons to retrieve it, not to decide your own ethical judgment. Calm yourselves. We should take some time to think this over. I doubt we'll reach an agreement there, Shaw. Regardless, I am the captain of this expedition, and my word is final. Rufus Hunt, you are not the captain of this expedition. What? And who is? Shaw? Ah, Shaw's the first mate. That was a temporary agreement. I return and reclaim my role. Unfortunately, Hunt, I have read our contracts quite thoroughly. In the event that the captaincy is held in contention, the correct course of action is to hold a vote. Any officer of the crew may put themselves forward to claim the title. You held a vote already. I was made captain. The understandings of that vote were quite clear. You were appointed in Hunt's stead. Circumstances have changed since then. Vote, and I welcome it. Contract also states that candidates should put forward the selection for the first mate position. Selection of first mate is allowed to make their case to the crew in open forum as to why they should select their paired candidate. Good luck with that. Best get to it then. Come on, you lots. Captain's vote requires a deck. Board now and let's end this. The crew very tentatively boards the vessel, proceeding to commence. Oh boy. No need for introductions. We're far past the point of that. There's so much I've seen in all my days leading vessels like this. The source you lots would sing your songs of and doubt every word of. What I've seen here, it goes so far beyond any of that. What stands before you is so much bigger than any of this. I've walked this path before so many times. Half of you can attest to that. I understand if you look at me as a deserter, a coward, a traitor, you have every reason to. But if you should ask yourselves where you stand, where your road took you, always here with me. Even in my absence, I've always led you where you needed to be. This thing is an abomination. The power it holds is too great for any one person to possess. You wish to hand this, the quite literal fruits of our labor, over to the employer who would have us die out here for their games. The employer who would not even entrust you with their name. An employer who would leave us out to die on the ice, that would refuse to send rescue. Robin Shaw was a fine officer, but Shaw can only hold down the fort in my stead. Shaw did not put the seas. Shaw did not discover the Viscount. I did. You judge Shaw on the officer's own words. When we last spoke on the Temperance, Shaw told me that the mark of a leader comes in willpower. I ask you, what has willpower gotten you over a solid, proper plan? Do you think the will of Robin Shaw can carry you any further? Now I believe it's time my first mate said a few words. Grimly? Still standing with my captain. I know, son. Not you. Captain Shaw. Grimly, what? No. What? How can I stand with you when you couldn't stand with us? Junior, will you accept the honor of... You're not my captain either. Junior, Grimly, haven't I taken care of you since you were but lads? Times change. You realize what a snake you are, Rufus. Well, in that case, I believe it's your turn to speak, Shaw. Spend some time. I hope you will be just a little more. I believe the key to leadership is a great sense of willpower. Our journey is plain proof of this. It's not me who displayed this great will. I owe my crew for just pushing me forward when I would falter. I see before me many different faces from many different backgrounds. Yet look at you. Here and now we all stand side by side. We have more in common with each other than anyone else in the world. I haven't a bad word to say about this slot. Frankly, the music is some of the finest I've had the honor of hearing. Thank you. I've had my views on these people for quite some time, but I see now that I was wrong. Here we are, all brothers in arms. Aye, whatever I thought about landlubbers and imperialists, that shit doesn't matter anymore. We're all the one crew, aren't we? We have the numbers. We can sail the Viscount home, and that's what I intend to do. Time for fear is over. Let us all stand united and plunge ourselves headfirst into the depths. Who will I choose as my first mate? Cordell. It's been a long time since I was expected to give a speech. Allow me to keep this rather brief. Even Stanbury would like a word in. All positive, Shaw. I've dealt with a great deal of employers. Beyond that, I've spoken with nobles, wined and dined with royalty, and made deals with every ship captain you can imagine. Not a single one would see me stand here and stake my reputation in their favor. None but Shaw. Robert and Shaw has proved a different breed entirely, one I can respect. I know all of you see it as well. For better or worse, none of you have dealt with Robin Shaw in your past. Rufus Hunt's as common as the dirt beneath your boot. That toad will never pull us from the depths, but Shaw? I trust Shaw. Templeton votes for me. Nutley votes for me. Kurt votes for me. Grimly votes for me. Junior votes for me. Hammond votes for me. Cordell votes for me. And Kasha votes for me. Hooray! Everyone votes for me! You have it. Congratulations, Shaw. I knew you could do it. What? Then why did you challenge me? I forced the vote because I had to be sure. Either one, I'm glad to have such petty business behind us, and I'm glad to see you in charge, Shaw. Bill Hunt is an issue. As is my understanding, he has committed more than a few crimes against this expedition. Frankly, I care not. There are no laws on the ice, but the decision is yours, Shaw. I'm curious on that myself. Well, Shaw, you're the captain. What should you do with me? You will join us as a free man, till we reach land at least. Then it's out of our hands, isn't it, Robin? Consequence of someone else's plan. Captain, we best decide on the matter of this plant. Templeton is right that this is a truly great discovery, but I do not know what the others will make of it. Regardless, it is up to you. Let's take some samples of the tree for a private study. Thank you, Captain. I will keep it safe, I promise. Yes. Oh, damn you. You can't let Templeton have it, Shaw. You just can't. Whenever Apperton will not have this tree, I will make sure of it. Your best. Captain, what do you mean? Let's not curry Hunt's favor with empty words. All that remains, then, is the method of escape. The rescue ship sent by a benefactor is unlikely we can make it to shore in time, correct? does leave us in a difficult position. We can just use the ship. The Viscount will see the salt air again. Final decision regarding the ship and its fate must be decided. Oh dear, there's a lot of people to talk to. Thought I already decided. This is it, eh? If you'd only we first got trapped here, we'd be sailing out on the Viscount, I would have decked you. Turns out, what do I bloody know? Not much. I don't think anyone could have guessed this, Hammond. Suppose not, but it's here. Guess that makes us all idiots. It makes me wonder, what else am I wrong about? What else are you wrong about? Always had a clear head on that sort, you know, never thought a bloody tree would ruin it. It's okay to be wrong sometimes, Hammond. Probably I didn't think I'd agree on that. I served on a lot of ships in my time. Never once like the one in charge of them. Military captains range from self-important and useless to drunk, self-important and useless. No offense to yourself. Didn't have high expectations for Hanson, had lower expectations for someone he'd hired. Another thing I was wrong on there. You're alright, Shaw. You deserve a proper rest once it's done. Maybe you can get some sleep for once. To be honest with you, I like the work. I take credit on this offer. Working with him seems a better gig than the Appertons. Robin, if you're ever heading the ship again, let me know. I'll be right on board with you. Everyone knows you'd be a gunner without me. Captain. Sorry, I must admit I'm still mesmerized by this tree. I think we'll be bringing home such an outstanding discovery on a ship that has fallen into rumor and legend. It all seems so unbelievable, like a dream. I have to commend you, Shaw. You've done something remarkable here. You think studies will unravel the secrets? I'd hope so. It certainly doesn't seem natural to this area, but who is to say? Stand at an uncharted edge of the world. Perhaps this has always been here. Always fancied myself an expert, Shaw. I'm sure that comes as no surprise to you. Over the course of our expedition, well, it's become clear just how little I know. To be honest, Shaw, that excites me. I'm excited for what lies ahead. What will the Apperton Company do when they discover this? Honestly, I'm unsure. I do think our interests align. No doubt Minerva will invest a great deal of resources into researching this plant. Good fortune in favor, I will be at the head of such research. To be at the forefront of such a discovery. Had my doubts once. Certainly had my doubts on you, Shaw. I've never been more happy to be wrong. I hope we have the chance to work together in the future. Our lives may be quite busy once we return. I like that too, Simpleton. Well, to say one thing with certainty, the future is unknowable. Take care, Robin. No matter what happens from here, take care. What's it about taking that tree with us, Captain? Feels like a dream, doesn't it? This whole expedition has felt like a dream. Hard to be surprised anymore. Regardless, I'm looking forward to a normal meal for once. If I see another penguin, seal, or peach can, I think I'll hurl my guts, Captain. We'll be dining on plenty of fish for the next sail, I imagine. Suddenly calling me Captain, are you? Hard to argue with it now, right? Seems disrespectful not to recognize your work. Stay in contact, Robin. If you ever sail out again, let me know. I'll be happy to work with you. Captain, I can't believe we made it. And to sail out on the Viscount feels almost triumphant. Curtis, no doubt coming up with the perfect poetic phrase before we set off. You made it so far. I'm proud of you, Arthur. I thank you, Robin. I owe it to you. You know, I still thought it was all hopeless. Even after leaving you that letter, I had very little faith in survival. And yet, people were relying on me, Captain. I can only hope I didn't let them down. I'd be happy to work with you again, Arthur. I would too, but I can assure you I will never be sailing again, ever. Had more than enough for one lifetime. I never felt good enough to carry my father's name, but now, well, thank you. Keep in contact. If you need a haircut anytime, I might tell my father to treat you for free. Might as well throw in the script I've been working on out. Captain, this is far more fantastical than any film. To sail out on the ship we came to find with its mysterious plant attached. My word, I never could have imagined it. You've got the story for your next picture. I wonder if we could land the funding. Oh, I just realized my career as a navigator is just about over, isn't it? Just reached the last great uncharted part of the world. You know, when I grew up reading about the great explorers of old, I always had dreamed I would be the one to plant out the final flag. I may be an old man with a limp and no flag to place, but I managed it, didn't I? There's always more world to discover, Kurt. You're not wrong. This is the last great discovery we know of, but who knows what's out there? Who knows? Maybe my exploration days are over. That was as good a time as any to call it a retirement. I'd still raise funding for the field. Don't want to leave folks like Hammond behind there. Maybe I'll move to the theatre. There's some stories I want to tell. Not about this expedition, or any. About home. The islands I left behind. Ah, you more than earned your rest, Kurt. Thank you, Robin. I should take all this as a sign to wind down, shouldn't I? I'll always be in contact if you want to work again, Robin. I'll make sure we do, no matter the medium. Captain, working on a song that'll carry us home. You'll call it Appointment of the Viscount. Terrible name, I know. You've done great work, Grimley. I don't know how the crew would have managed without you. Don't thank me for that. Only natural to look out for the crew. Never thought I'd have a future until I met Hunt, and I thought I'd never have a future without the man. I was wrong there, Captain. You want to work together in the future? In better circumstances, you're at the helm, I'll be right behind you. Don't know what the future holds. I'll just keep the music, see what happens. Good luck, Captain. Well, I have a lot to write on our sail back, don't I? Can't believe this. I'm looking at it and I still can't believe it. Not just a tree, but sailing the Viscount back to land. I'd never believe it if I read it. You'll have to believe it. We're bringing the tree with us. Huh. Well, you're right there. There's no denying their eyes. It's funny, Captain. The reason I took on this story, interest in exploration, was waning. I grew up on the stories of Kurt Darling. These great explorers were like legends to me. I didn't want that passion to disappear. Who would have thought we stumbled upon a great discovery of our own? You're one of the great explorers now, Kasha. Your name will be in the history books. That is bizarre to think about, Captain. Regardless, I hope you continue to thrive, Shaw. You deserve that much. In fact, remember to keep in touch with me, especially if you have a good story to share. I'll write books about you one day, Robin. I know I will. To be honest with you, Shaw, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this madness. Well, I doubt that knowledge will be out of our hands once we return to land, correct? Still, I suppose we should be proud in our discovery. He's curious as to the nature of this plant. It would certainly be unusual if I wasn't. However, I also understand that the answers are not readily available to a mere kennel master. My days of living in the upper echelon have long passed, you may recall. Be honored to return to land. My name will be in the paper soon. No doubt I'll be recognized for my past. I doubt you enjoyed the attention we're bound to receive. You're certainly not wrong, Shaw. I believe I'll find a new home. Start over with a new kennel. 7 months before, I intend to do so again. With any luck, we will not meet again. I hope not. I hope we meet again. Well, we'll see. Frankly, you seem to bring misfortune, Captain. And Jape, of course. It's been interesting, Robin. Promise me that you'll take care of yourself. Stanbury. Hey, pet Stanbury. Okay, shall we? We're taking the tree. This doesn't feel like it should be seaworthy. Speaks grimly, Shaw, back where I belong. Missus, more than I can put into words. I have no doubt you're finding your sea legs again, I take it. Already found them, never lost them. Hate that thing. Every time I look at it, it feels like it's looking back. Shame I couldn't leave it behind. On the bright side, we might be paid more. Can't be bought like that. You should know that by now, Robin. Sorry. I know it wasn't the easiest to work with. You're a damn fine captain. And you're a damn fine crew. Yeah, you got that right. You and I owe our lives on it. That's not going to change, but it was good you took over. Proud to call you my captain. Working on a new song. When I think you'll like, I'll send it to you when I'm done. Take care, Robin. Nothing like the ocean air to raise an appetite, eh, Shaw? Starting to think I wouldn't smell it again. On the Viscount, no less. I need to make sure I'm not dreaming. Sure, eager to find your hands on some new ingredients. I'm eager to eat a meal that I didn't have to cook for myself at this rate. Finally, some variety. Shame that thing comes with the ship. Wish we could have burned it. I know Hunt went mad in that cave, but on this I still believe him. I don't know why, but I do. I don't think we should be the ones who decide what happens to the tree. I don't see why not. We found it, and after what we went through, don't know anyone else with better judgment. Never thought I'd serve under anyone but Hunt. Life on the sea, part of his crew, is all I've known since I was a boy. The idea of you acting in his stead, well, I was more polite than Grimly, but it sickened me in my core. I was wrong, Robin. You're the good sort, and a great captain. You're the good sort too, Junior. I'm glad we met. Likewise. Sick of seeing your face, though. Thank you, Robin. I'm sure you're sick of my cooking by now, but maybe I'll get to whip something up for you again before we're dead and gone. If not, have a good life. Captain, I could not be more pleased to inform you my seasickness has returned. I never thought there would come a day I'd be thankful for such a thing, yet here we are. This was a difficult journey. I'm glad to be done with it. You and me both, Doctor. You should probably get some rest, Captain. You will finally afford yourself a good night's sleep. Wish we weren't bringing that with us. Tremendous discovery, no doubt, but, well, it frightens me. At the end of the day, it's just a tree. A tree growing in the coldest part of the world. No ordinary plant, is it? I wonder, when my father sees me again, what will he say first? What expression will come to his face? Ultimately, I don't know, despite it all. I look forward to you finding out. As do I. I suppose I'll know when it happens, won't I? We're going home. Thank you, Robin, for everything. If I never see you again when we reach land, I hope you remain happy and healthy till the end of your days. Ah, perfect. Having a perfect sky, don't you think? I think my initial report was a simple celebration of Explorer's past. I never would have imagined it would become this. I doubt anyone expected this journey. The truth can be stranger than fiction. Exactly why I don't deal in the fiction, Robin. I find this so much more fascinating. I wonder how people will react seeing this thing in my report. I was too stunned when I locked eyes with it. I didn't pay attention to the rest of the crew. I wonder if even the picture is enough for them to believe in it. I worry the Appetites will attempt to bury this story. I was thinking much the same. I hope not, but if they do, I'll fight it with my last breath. I won't conceal the truth, Captain, not for anyone. You know me, Captain. I was one to take risks in search of the story, but I want you to know that doesn't mean I don't feel fear. I do. Frankly, I was terrified throughout the journey when I tried to hide it. Why is the music trying to drown me out? I couldn't be a helpless civilian, could I? So, thank you for helping me get home. You held your own, Kasha. Your bravery helped the crew as well. Is that so? Huh. I can't imagine such a thing. I suppose putting on a brave face has its benefits. Growing up, I was fascinated with great captains and explorers of old. I never thought I'd see the rise of the greatest yet. The one they'll sing songs of, write countless books of. Thank you for making history, Robin. I think we both earned a rest. Robin, I can see the horizon of the water ahead. I doubted we'd bear witness to this day. From the moment I heard of your destination, I believed you were sailing to your demise. Perhaps this will give you a more optimistic outlook in the future. But not a moment of this has instilled optimism. I have learned to put more trust in the skills of others. I do not believe a word of Hunt's ramblings, yet those in power most certainly will. Well, it's not any of my business. Great, this is out of our hands. Well, not yet. This discovery still rests firmly on our shoulders. Beyond making land, however, who knows? The great uncertainty of life. Good people, all of them. I did not consider this group when I first signed aboard. I did not expect to know them as I did. Don't expect to know you as I did, Robin. Thank you. No, thank you. Your knowledge truly was invaluable. As with yours, as with Hammond's, as was Kurt's. Not a single one of us carried the rest. I do not know if we'll meet again, Robin. Wish you the best from here. I truly do. Tim Stanbury wishes you the best as well. Excellent. Captain, it's a great relief to be on the ocean once more. I remember the last time we stood here, I spoke of the great expectation upon us. It's difficult to say if we fulfilled such. I feel we've lived up to the expectation and more, Templeton. Considering what we have procured, that is hard to deny. What a specimen. In all my years, I could never have imagined. I admit, Shaw, I do not know what our benefactor intends with this tree. A true marvel of science. I do not trust their intention. I'm surprised. I took you as truly loyal to your employer. You wound me, Shaw. My loyalty does not lie in my salary, and I'm not blind. I can see how Minerva Appleton might exploit this discovery. I truly must commend you, Captain. When I first bore witness to this crew, I felt it an impossible task to handle them, keep their impulses in check. Not only did I find one capable of such a thing, but I found that my own impulses need to be handled as well. For that, I thank you. Thank you, Templeton. Your counsel helped me a great deal. Perhaps, yet in the end the decision was always yours. When I first saw you, Robin, I had made a strong judgment. I'd done the same for the rest of the crew on first meeting. I proved to be completely and hopelessly wrong each time. I have much to learn. Hope this will not be the last time you and I work together. Until then, I wish you the best. Ah, I feel that fresh air, Robin. After all this time, we're back on the sea, on calm waters even. It's been quite the journey, hasn't it? I'm certain it won't be the last. Ah, for you, perhaps. I'm more than happy to put this light behind me. I very much doubt I'll match our discovery in our later expedition. Absolutely magnificent. I want no part of it. You agree with Hunt? Not on my life! Myself and Rufus Hunt have never been on the same page. I doubt that would change. Still, I wonder if he had right to be concerned. I wouldn't burn the thing, but I doubt the Appletons have the best of intentions with it either. I have to thank you, Robin. Our journey together has been humbling. For you and me both. Indeed, we've learned much from each other, haven't we? Robin, I spent a great deal of time thinking how I'd be referred to long after I was gone. Changed my name, adjusted my voice, I became the sort of man I thought they'd write books about. Whether I am truly that man or not, I don't mind. Not anymore. I'll be happy just to see my children again. Until next time, Robin, may you have a wonderful life. So, can you believe it? I thought we'd be setting out to the bloody Viscount. Bet Kurt's been trying to come up with something poetic. Too many surprises out there. Hopefully we don't see another. What's a good adventure without some twists and turns, eh? Ah, piss off with that, Captain. Don't need any bloody adventure. And don't like the look of that thing. More than anything, don't like how excited Templeton was. I don't like it either, but it's part of the ship. Aye, latch on to this beauty. Absolute bloody shame. Keeping that thing to save the ship might be my first compromise. Hopefully last. I'll be honest with you, Robin. I was so focused on keeping us alive, I didn't think we'd actually make it out of here. I thought I was just delaying the inevitable. Keep me going, Captain. Keep me busy if you hadn't. Couldn't have made it here without you, Hammond. I know. But thanks anyway. Never thought I'd say it, but maybe there's still plenty for me to learn. I've learned from you, Captain. I'm able to admit that now. Don't get me wrong, though. Me being a stubborn bastard still kept us alive. Wouldn't have it any other way. We did it, Robin. Soak this time in. I know I will. Ah, Robin. Lovely day for it, isn't it? It's been so long. Aye, but it's all over now. You finally have time to get your bearings, so. Curse disputes. You seem hopeful. Do I? Call it relief. You bring me on as a free man, but I doubt I'll remain one. Some bastard will be after my head the second we make it home. Should be destroyed the first chance we get. I don't care if people see it, if the word spreads. Don't care if it ends up in Belford's report. I just need to make sure it doesn't fall into their hands. Do you even know if it can be destroyed? Of course I do. I've done it plenty. Say said? No. That I don't know. Still don't know what made you so special, Shaw. What made you stand out among the rest? Ah, I'll never figure it out. Far of the head of a man like me, isn't it? Interesting mix, don't you think? Never could have expected they'd pull through. After all. Should have seen them, Hunt. They were the perfect crew. I can't take credit for that. Neither can the Appertons. They're the one that brought them together, Shaw. We spoke that night I was in the tub about what it takes to be a leader. I didn't think you had any idea what you were saying. I couldn't hear the confidence in those words. So that's what I know, doesn't it? Gonna enjoy the horizon, Robert. I suggest you do the same. Good work. Well, I think we're finally done talking to everybody. Staring out at the horizon, your first mate Cordell comes up beside you. Well, Shaw, what is our heading? We're gonna give him the tree. Lady Apperton will be most pleased. Home it is, then. Some weeks later. What do you mean? Sorry, Belford, we're just not running it. You can't turn around and say something like that. I'm at the press right now. The report is ready to go. I know, but we can't print it. This is sure to be the biggest report of the year. Up to a decade, and you're not running it? You approved it just yesterday. What changed? We were contacted. There was some outside pressure. Oh, I see now. Let me guess. The Apperton Food Company? They're a prominent sponsor. We're not a major paper, Belford. We can't take the financial hit. To hell's with this. Hells, you're speaking like a saltburn. Fine. You won't print the story? Then I'll find someone who will. I'll print it out myself. Distribute it from my back garden if I have to. Her darling could sell thousands of books on this. On your head be it, Belford. Aye, on my head be it. I won't have it any other way. Aye, it was quite the journey. We fought through all adversity. There's nobody in the seats. Brushed with blizzards and leopard seals, of course. Not all of us were so fortunate as to return home to tell these tales. But that's enough for me. I'll throw it to the floor. Any questions? Well, now, don't be shy. Any at all? There's nobody here, Kurt. Well, moving on. Come on, man. We need to release some steam. You don't have to tell me twice, bloody hell. Don't speak back to me. Remember your rank, engineer. Yes, an engineer, aye. Do you know what ship I served on? I'm not on a ship anymore, Hammond, and no, I don't. Of course you don't. Nobody does. Oh. Did they squash it? Alright, alright. Who ordered the full fry? Patron raises her hand. Here, Junior, who's the musician? Come on now, can't you see the resemblance is my brother, Grimley? I tell him to keep it down if you like. Not at all, not at all. He's doing a tremendous job. Ah, you hear that, Grimley? Aye, aye. Ah, always humble. Please welcome Lady Ingrid Cordelia Weston. Cordelia enters the galley. To shock many, a dog follows at her side. The woman gently nuzzling the creature's head. Oof! Trying to get too excited, Stanbury. It's only a gala. Lady Weston, what is the meaning of this? So you call me by name, yet I have no idea who you are. Well, you should know that I was not asking. You cannot bring a mutt with you. So odd. I seemed perfectly capable of doing so a moment ago. Yes, this way, Stanbury. Many tend to take names to forget that sort of bother. I'd prefer to be home before late. The pups need fed. Cordella moves across the room, her faithful dog in tow. I wonder what changed her mind. Huntley and Kasha stand at the entrance of the barber shop. Nervous? Always, yes. Ha! But are you more or less nervous than usual? Less nervous, more giddy? Good sort of nervous, I suppose. Is that him? He's coming this way. Arthur Nutley Sr. spots his son from across the shop. Arthur! My goodness, is it really you? Father, It's you, my boy, you're alive! I am. Did your mother know? Your sister? Unless they've read it in the papers. Speaking of, I wrote something for you. Please, read it. Sometime when I'm not here. Of course, I will. Good to meet you, sir. Kasha Belford. I don't think I didn't notice you. How do you know my son? I hope he hasn't gotten himself in trouble. Arthur? Trouble? Hardly. Father, Kasha and I are, well, I think you said we're an item. Yes. Son, you have been busy. Come sit. I have much to hear. Well, that turned out nice at least. The old scientist pondered the table before him. He lights a cigarette. Mr. Templeton, you wish to speak with me? Yes, do not worry, this won't take long. Out with it then. Minerva Appleton, I, Richard Templeton, hereby tender my resignation. This is sudden. I assure you that it is not. I have given this a great deal of thought. I intend to leave your services effective immediately. Very well. Would that be all? Would that be all? Is there anything else you need of me? No, on reflection, there's nothing else I need from you. Minerva, I have all that I need from you. Oh dear, yes, fruit. Whatever it does. Hunt waits in his cell. The days have passed by as the once captain of the Temperance awaits his trial. This is horrid, isn't it? Not even a neighbor to keep company. Hunt speaks to himself in the empty hold, his own voice echoing through the halls. Ah, the stories I could have shared with him would turn your hair white. I wonder, could I do it all again? Well, it's too late now. I had just unlocked a whole crap ton of achievements, jeez. Oh, the air was cold, a flake and white, a captain made pledge. I'm still getting achievements. Yes, I pray that lead reveals uncharted course ahead. Home outreach of Fortnir found those sail to comfort's bed. The hunger drew the desperate here. It's the one that I have fed. What did I do when steel hearts broke and courage did abscond? I fled these souls, so help me God. So help the gods out of the pale beyond. I did it. There's temperance. It is in the water. Well, that used the pale beyond, I believe. Should we go back and see what happens if we eat the fruit? Boom, 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 boom. Skip this? Guess not. They recorded dogs? That's amazing. Maya, Jojo, Blue, and Kaiju. Those are our dog voices. Just a song that Grimly wrote. Very dramatic. Oh. Such drama. Written in ink. That's a new engine. I haven't heard of that one. It's a smaller team than I expected. Oh. Kind of expected it to be timed with the song. Shall we continue? I'm probably not gonna do. I'm assuming there's a way to go back to all these other branches. I'm probably not gonna go back and do all that, but I'll at least see what happens if I eat the fruit. Just gonna skip through everything that we've done already. Yeah. Come on. Alright. It's locked. We go underneath. Go say hello to Hunt. Hi, Hunt. Look at this stuff again. She must not have it. Hello, Hunt. Say mostly the same things. Okay, what's so special about the ship? What do you mean? Doctor is fine. Okay, blah 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 blah. Be specific. Why did you abandon us in the first place? What good we suffered? Blah 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 blah. How did the cold take them? Let's go to see. What do you mean? And oh, you did what you had to. Should never come to that. Blah 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 blah. I think I'm gonna be sick. Fruit. This is all for the fruit. What is so special about this? So the fruit does something weird. I do stand by what I said. Speak like you've been here for years. I eat the fruit. The strange taste of the fleshy fruit takes but a moment to envelop you. In that moment, you're struck with the profound sense that everything converges at a single point. The infinite ice flows now kaleidoscope around the hull of your reality. Roots and branches, fractals previously entrenched in your past, unearth themselves, burning with a renewed awareness. Countless crews, countless captains, countless U's, and infinite expeditions. You can see it all, and it can see you. You can branch out stained sage into new saved tree lines as many times as you desire. Eating from the fruits of Viscount has stained this Captain Shaw with awareness. See it? Good. Now that you and I are on the same page, Shaw, is there anything else you want to ask me? Why didn't you listen to Kurt? If you'd taken a different route, the Temperance would have survived. That will always be my mistake, Shaw. Turns out Ripper's Hunt being a stubborn bastard is an unchangeable fact. How many times is this? How many trips have you completed? I'm well past the point of counting, Shaw. After what must have been the 50th time, I figured it was a number I didn't want to know anymore. What is happening to us? What is this? How's if I know? You don't know how long I've spent trying to figure the damn thing out. Best if I could figure it's like sailing, just do something else. Sometimes it's an open ocean to explore, sometimes it simply leads to follow, and some moments are frozen over outright, locked and lost to the ice. How I've come to see it anyway, I'm sure someone like Templeton would have a better answer for us. Why did you choose me? What's so special about me? Nothing, at least at first. You think just a source to hire a walk-in to be my first mate when my ship's swarming with the finest sailors about? You were far from my first choice. I take it the rest couldn't get us this far then. If you're eager to toot your own horn, yes. No matter who I tried, they just couldn't get us to this point, this room. I realized something. Like I said, the memory is fuzzy every time I go back, but eventually I figured it. Every time I interviewed you, you gave different answers. Where you were from, if you were married. Every time you'd say something else. At first I thought you were just a decent liar, but maybe you were like me. You just saw it all differently. What do you do when we don't make it? Should be obvious. Sure, I head back. I always burn the damn tree before I go back for good measure. Don't know how it works, but I'd hate for the stream to go on without me, just leaving that thing there to be found again. What now? We should head out, Robin. We have people waiting. That's our mission. We've been stained by awareness. Why it's sustained. Did we survive? We did. And we've had some, well, I'm going back and playing a little bit more. I finished the game without eating the fruit that he offered me, and now I've eaten the fruit. It appears the fruit gives you the ability to, like, look at different branching paths of reality and, like, go back and change your past. Which is why... Oh shit, yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, it's kind of just skipping through some of this. I did, I'm not sure we're gonna, like, play through a bunch of the other endings. There are quite a few other endings, but I'm not sure we want to do that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work just for, some other endings. Unless, of course, they give us more information. I wonder... Hell beyond fruit. What should that do with the fruit? So, I'm curious what eating the fruit actually does for future playthroughs. Future was because my run was all good, so I don't see the point of being able to go back. Didn't seem to be help. It's, eat the fruit, your save tree will be fully unlocked, and you can go back in time to change your decisions. It creates new branches at your will. The way this game moves in a new direction, the saving tree kind of makes sense now, where I thought it was kind of useless. It allows you to turn all individual weeks that were previously locked, and it provides your character with memories from all the endings you unlocked for replay attempts, as I were. Okay, yeah, so it, Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any reason not to eat it other than to get the first achievement where you don't eat it at all. I already got that, so... blah, 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 they're gonna vote, blah, 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 blah. So I guess the question is, how exactly do I branch here? Branch here? Where would I even want to branch? Hill beyond branches. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I think we're kind of done here. Branch from week 39? Oh, the endings branch. Okay. Interesting. I guess we could burn the tree. Blah, 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 blah. Everyone's basically loyal to me. Okay, we do the voting. We apparently have to sit through this whole thing. Hooray, everyone's voting for me again. Okay, we burn the tree. Envoy out to go look for the rescue boat. Out on the ocean again. Hello, rescue boat, where are you? What do those bones belong to? So the epilogue's slightly different, I guess. Since we didn't actually bring the tree back, she can publish her thing because no one's gonna believe it. Hammond's hanging out with... Hammond's doing a stage play with Kurt? Okay, interesting. Oh, I actually don't want those ads running right now. No ads, please. Okay, these two are still working at a pub. Huh. Interesting. Cordelia is... Cordell is still at the gala. These two are still here. You think if they were doing a game where you branch paths a bunch, they would give you the ability to skip through stuff you've seen already. And Temperance is still sunk. Yep-a-rooney. Yeah, I was honestly not expecting all that. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Wow. I wasn't really expecting this game to turn into a time travel game. Not that we're really exploring much of it, but maybe someday. I might go back and like butts with some of the endings myself, but I think as far as streaming, I think we're done on this game. And wow, it's almost 1 already. Alright, well, we should probably find somebody to raid then. Who's streaming right now? Some boy, Agent Toad is still doing the post game for Dragon Quest, so probably shouldn't pop over there. Trejo's doing art. Jayla, it's a long. Yeah, thanks for being here, Shelby. I'm surprised you're still awake. Having trouble sleeping again? Alright, we'll go raid, Delon is one of... well, she's a good friend of our sister's, so... We'll go say hi. Off for the summer? Oh, that's nice. Well, in that case... No need to sleep early. Alrighty then. Thanks for being here, everybody. I will figure out what to play next time. Thursday, I guess. Well, I got 2 days to figure it out. Alright. I might do one of the other games I had planned on, but I know a couple other games have come out since then, so we have options now. So yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll see if I can get the calendar updated before next stream. But yeah, thanks for being here. Good to see you, Shelby. And yeah, I'll see you all on Thursday. Have a good night. Bye.